Chapter 51 Extra Points. For A-level combat skills. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The advanced combat skills on the list made Xu Jingming drool, but there was no way to learn them. I had no choice but to quickly scroll down the list and drag it to the area with A-level combat skills to browse. Compared with advanced combat skills, the requirements for these A-level and B-level combat skills are not that high. First-level superpower users can learn it, and the power requirement is only D-level or above. Xu Jingming browsed the combat skills on the holographic projection. While taking out the list of combat skills that Teacher Yang gave him some time ago, he compared them with each other, but after just browsing for a while, he found that the list of combat skills given to him by Teacher Yang was indeed suitable for him. Having a good teacher saves a lot of trouble. Otherwise, just choosing the combat skills to learn would take a lot of energy. Combat skill types are generally divided into offensive, defensive, physical, auxiliary and physical training types. Combining various different combat skills is like playing an arcade game, and can achieve an effect similar to a control chain. If there is no one to guide you, it will take a lot of effort to develop a combat skill combination that suits you, and it takes a lot of time to learn a combat skill. Once you choose the wrong combat skill and you don't find out until you learn it, it will be too late, but Xu Jingming is different. With the list of combat skills provided by Teacher Yang, it is equivalent to him having obtained the clearance strategy. In addition, Teacher Yang's combat skills list provides at least 2 combat skills of different categories, allows Xu Jingming to make optimal selections based on his own situation. In this way, Xu Jingming spent more than half an hour selecting 4 combat skills. They are the attack-type Thunder Spear, the Chain Thunder Gun, the movement-type Thunder Flash, and the auxiliary-type Thunder Prison. These 4 combat skills, without exception, are all A-level combat skills. The relevant introduction is also very clearly described in the list in front of you. Thunder Spear, Level A, gather thunder, condense it into a spear, and throw it out. Serial Thunder Gun, Level A, the spear with thunder stabs the enemy's vital points continuously. During the stabbing process, the thunder will continue to accumulate into the enemy's body and detonate at the end of the combat skill. Thunder Flash, Level A, thunder breaks out and rushes a certain distance in a certain direction. Thunder Prison, Level A, concentrate the Thunder Prison to lock the enemy in place. There are 4 combat skills. The Thunder Spear belongs to the long-range strike type, and the Chain Thunder Gun belongs to the strong attack type, which can cause a lot of damage in a short period of time. Thunder Flash is a sudden movement combat skill that can instantly shorten the distance between you and the enemy during combat. As for the final Thunder Prison, it can lock the enemy in place, making it impossible for them to escape even if they want to. With the combination of these 4 combat skills, coupled with my strong physique, I have almost no flaws in battle. Xu Jingming nodded with satisfaction and then clicked to confirm. It has been detected that the 4 combat skills you selected are all A-level combat skills, and the average learning time for each combat skill is 6 months. After discovering that the combat skills chosen by Xu Jingming were all A-level combat skills that were very difficult to learn, Eva issued a warning. In fact, A-level combat skills not only take a long time to learn, but also consume a lot of abilities. Most superpowers will choose to use lower B-level and C-level combat skills, but Xu Jingming is the exception. There are still more than 2,000 power points lying on his system panel. For him, learning combat skills is just a simple matter and has no time cost at all. In this case, of course, you must choose a more powerful combat skill. As for the high power consumption, this is not a big problem. When he goes up the stairs later, it will naturally be solved. No need to change, that's it. Okay, just a second. Eva didn't wait long after her voice fell. The staff handed over 4 combat skills secret books, then respectfully closed the door and left. For A-level combat skills secret books, looking at the 4 secret books on the table, Xu Jingming couldn't help but feel a little emotional. In the outside world, a copy of D-level combat skills costs hundreds of thousands of daxia coins. For example, his previous Lightning Wind Break was a D-level combat skill. C-level and B-level combat skills are sold for millions or tens of millions. Even if you want to buy more advanced A-level combat skills, you can't find a way to buy them. But now, 4 A-level combat skills secret books were lying quietly in front of him, but they didn't require him to pay any price. This is a top university. The educational resources it has are unmatched by other schools. With emotion, Xu Jingming flipped through 4 combat skills secret books in sequence. As A-level combat skills, these cheats involve very profound contents regarding the use of superpowers and chi and blood. Even the words carry some of the artistic conception and charm of the creator. For example, just by looking at the sword marks, you can feel the state of mind of the sword wielder, either fierce or decisive. These secret books also have this kind of artistic conception. It is precisely because of this that many A-level combat skills can only be learned through originals. The copied copy cannot be learned at all because it has lost its artistic conception. This is why the combat skills library preserves the original combat skills secrets so carefully. It is worthy of being an A-level combat skill. This way of using superpowers is simply unconstrained. 4 hours later, Xu Jingming closed the last book of combat skills and slowly exhaled a breath. He has already initially understood the contents of these 4 combat skills. According to the normal steps, the next step is to practice more frequently until you have completely mastered this combat skill, but that's for ordinary people. For Xu Jingming, it's different. Dark blue. Add more. PowerPoints -200, Thunder Spear, elementary, PowerPoints -200, Chain Thunder Gun, elementary, PowerPoints -200. Thunder Flash, elementary, PowerPoints -200, Thunder Prison, elementary. As the points are added, all the obscure contents of the 4 combat skills are understood. It felt like it had been practiced thousands of times. Xu Jingming mastered all 4 A-level combat skills that originally took 2 years to learn. And his system panel also has a completely new look. Name, Xu Jingming, superpower, Purple Sky Divine Thunder, S. Physique, 391 Chi and Blood, plus. Spirit, 289 Hz, plus. Skills, Marksmanship, Advanced plus, Thunder Spear, Beginner plus, A-level Chain Thunder Spear, Beginner plus, Thunder Flash, Beginner plus, Thunder Prison, Beginner plus, Lightning Rush, Advanced plus. Body Training, Thunder Immortal Body, First Level plus. PowerPoints, 1434. The PowerPoints on the system panel shrank by less than half, which made Xu Jingming feel a little sad. The 4 A-level combat skills that can be exchanged will undoubtedly be a huge improvement to his strength. With so many combat skills, I don't know which lucky person will be the first to taste the power of my set of combat skills. An expectant and malicious smile appeared on Xu Jingming's face. Of course, if the opponent's strength is too low, he may not even wait for him to release a full set of combos, and just GG on the spot. I'll go back to the villa later and try to see how much power this set of combat skills consumes. The combat skill cheats on the desktop will be automatically recycled by the staff, so Xu Jingming didn't clean up, got up and left the reading room. When I walked to the lobby on the first floor, I received another respectful greeting from the female teacher. Xu Jingming replied with a smile and walked out of the combat skills library. I took out my phone and looked at it, only to find that it was already past 5 in the afternoon. I was so immersed in the secret books that I even forgot to eat lunch, but it's not a big problem. I'll have dinner and then go back to the dormitory to experiment with combat skills. After Xu Jingming left the combat skills library, he went to the cafeteria to have dinner before returning to the student villa. Brother Ming, a teacher just came to inform us that there will be a freshman assembly at number 1 playground at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. In addition, a large group of freshmen was also established. When Xu Jingming walked through the living room on the first floor, Lu Wentao jumped over from the sofa, handing over the mobile phone. There was a QR code on it with the name of the group called Modus Supernatural University 2037 Freshman Group. Xu Jingming took out his mobile phone and added the group casually. There are quite a lot of people in the group, with a total number of 613 people and counting. The announcement at the top is the freshman meeting at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. On the chat interface, there are many new people chatting on the screen. I went to the combat skills library today, and guess what? I have A-level permissions and can read all combat skill cheats for A-level and below for free. What the hell? It's so cool. But I have B-level permissions. Doesn't that mean I can only read secret books below B level? What a coincidence, I am also Class B. Nima, I'm not the only one with C-level permissions, am I? Don't worry, it seems that the authority can be upgraded. It should be mentioned at the freshman meeting tomorrow. It is similar to the group of college freshmen in the previous life. The group chats are all about school-related content. Xu Jingming glanced at it, not very interested, and walked directly up the stairs. Lu Wentao seemed to be very interested in this and chatted non-stop on the sofa with his mobile phone. At the same time, he kept saying, "By the way, Brother Ming, didn't you go to the combat skills library in the afternoon? What level of combat skills did you choose in the end?" "For A-level combat skills." Xu Jingming's answer on the stairs made Lu Wentao slightly stunned. A-level combat skills? Or 4? We have to wait until we have learned everything. We can't wait until our second and third years in college, right? As expected of Brother Ming. Don't take the usual route. Lu Wentao subconsciously gave a thumbs up, and then said curiously. If you can browse A-level combat skills, then Brother Ming, you have A-level permissions? It's not Class A, it's Class S. After saying this, Xu Jingming had completely walked up to the second floor and disappeared on the stairs. Lu Wentao was left stunned on the sofa. S level. Our school turns out to have higher authority than a level. Chapter 52 Freshman Conference. The focus character Xu Jingming. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lu Wentao joined the freshman group from a teacher who came to visit him not long after he returned to the dormitory in the afternoon. After joining the freshman group, he has been chatting and gained a lot of information. First of all, every student who registers at the school will have a level of authority. The level of authority determines how many basic credits can be obtained. For example, he has A-level authority and can get 60 credits, and through his silent statistics in the freshman group, he found that most people have B-level or C-level authority. Only a few people have A-level authority, so they subconsciously think that A-level is the highest authority a student can get. However, he didn't expect that Xu Jingming actually has an amazing S-level authority. Why is this the case? The other provincial champions I know only have A-level authority. Lu Wentao was puzzled. On the other side, Xu Jingming upstairs also entered the training room. A gray-white 2-meter-long spear was held in his hand. His original F-level obsidian spear was almost scrapped at the end of the martial arts college entrance examination. Therefore, he did not bring it to the Magic City. This gray spear is a practice spear stored in the training room. The metal strength is not even F-level, the weight is even pitifully light, only 20 kilograms. However, he can't find any other alternatives at the moment, so he can only make do with it. It's okay, it's just a test of combat skills, not a real battle. After the training is over, you can go to the school mall to see if there is a spear suitable for me. If there is, buy it as soon as possible. Since registering at the Magic City Supernatural University, Xu Jingming has been in a very busy state. On the first day of registration, he first went to Yang Jintian to become his apprentice and obtain the supernatural training method and bodybuilding combat skills. The next day, he went to teacher Yang to shape his foundation. As a result, this shaping took 5 days, and he didn't wake up until today. It is precisely because of this that his battle clothes and weapons have not been purchased yet. The first thing to try is the Chain Thunder Spear. Xu Jingming stood upright in the center of the training room, and the blue-purple thunder quietly covered the gray-white spear held in his right hand. The next moment, the long spear turned into countless phantoms, flashing with lightning, and stabbed out one after another. Crackling, accompanied by the explosion of thunder, the spear's shadow lasted for almost 2 seconds, and finally ended with an upward sweep. The sharp spear head wrapped with lightning, after the spear shaft was still swinging violently with a very small amplitude. The energy consumption is not bad, only about 1/8. Xu Jingming silently estimated. As for the power, it is impossible to determine due to the lack of testing equipment, but just from the breadth of the released combat skills, it is more than enough to kill the second-level bloodthirsty violent bear in its prime. Next, it is Thunder Prison. In this way, Xu Jingming tested all the 4 newly mastered A-level combat skills. The energy consumption of the attack-type Chain Thunder Gun and Thunder Spear is slightly higher. Release once, it consumes about 1/8 of the Purple Sky Thunder. thunder prison is slightly better, only consuming 1/10 of the energy. As for the lightning flash of body movement, the consumption is even lower, only 1/20th of the superpower is needed. It seems that even if a complete set of combat skills is fully released, the superpower consumption is only about 2/5 at most, which is within an acceptable range. Xu Jingming slowly exhaled a breath of turbid air. The training spear in his hand has been slightly red because of the long-term penetration of the purple thunder. It seems to be placed on charcoal fire. If an ordinary person holds it, the skin and flesh must have been burned long ago, but Xu Jingming did not feel anything unusual. He put the spear on the weapon rack and went to the kitchen refrigerator to get a bottle of ice drink. That's right, the villa has a kitchen, and there are 2 floors, but most students will not choose to cook for themselves. Eva, open the school mall and search for guns. Okay. Xu Jingming sat on the sofa, drinking an iced drink while browsing the mall interface projected by Eva. Gun weapons, F level meteorite gun, 0.45 credits/kg, starting from 10 kilograms, F level light gun, 0.42 credits/kg, starting from 5 kilograms, E level meteorite gun, 1.11 credits/kg, starting from 10 kilograms, E level obsidian gun, 1.13 credits/kg, starting from 10 kilograms, E level light gun, 0.97 credits/kg, 5 kilograms minimum, D level meteorite gun, 2.45 credits/kg, 10 kilograms minimum, D level obsidian gun, 2.58 credits/kg, 10 kilograms minimum, D level light gun, 2.32 credits/kg, 5 kilograms minimum. The weight of weapons in the mall can be freely determined. Xu Jingming raised his eyebrows, but the price is similar to that outside. His original obsidian gun weighed 50 kilograms and sold for 270,000. After conversion, it is similar to the price in the school mall. As for the weight of the long gun suitable for his own use, Xu Jingming had already tried it in the Thunder Martial Arts Hall in the afternoon. 10 kilograms is the most suitable range for him to use. It has a certain weight, so it will not feel light when wielding, and it can also take into account the extremely fast gun speed. In this case, we still need the obsidian gun, but this time it is replaced with E-grade alloy and the weight is increased. Xu Jingming quickly filled in the weight he needed on the holographic projection. The credits required to purchase such a 210 kilograms long gun are as high as 237 points. Of course, this is also because he is physically strong and the weapons he needs to use are too heavy. An ordinary first-level superpower user only needs to spend 60 or 70 credits to use a 60 or 70 kilogram weapon. After picking out weapons, Xu Jingming chose a set of E-class uniforms worth 70 credits and E-class boots worth 10 credits. The credits on his student account suddenly shrunk by half, leaving 382.6 credits. The purchase of the goods was successful. The weapons and uniforms will be delivered to the dormitory tomorrow. Please pay attention to check them. Eva's cute reminder sounded in the living room. The equipment has been picked out. Let's rest for a while before continuing training. Xu Jingming picked up the ice drink and took another sip. Although he has a system around him, he is not lazy because of it, and it's still early now, only around 7 in the afternoon. In addition to training, you can also practice superpower training methods. The whole night can be said to have been clearly arranged. The next day, 8:20 in the morning, Xu Jingming, who had completed more than an hour of training on the second floor and washed up, walked down to the second floor wearing short-sleeved trousers, but they found that Lu Wentao, who was sitting on the sofa on the first floor, had 2 big dark circles on his face. What? Did you chat with the girl all night last night? Xu Jingming smiled and sat down on the sofa, patting Lu Wentao on the shoulder. Brother Ming. Lu Wentao's eyes lit up, and then he asked in a somewhat urgent tone. Brother Ming, why do you have S-level permissions? Last night I checked the information of other provincial top scorers all night long, and I feel that the strength you displayed in the college entrance examination is not very different. After saying that, he reacted and quickly added, if it's inconvenient, there's no need to tell me. Is this why you didn't sleep well? Xu Jingming smiled, stretched out his hand and snapped his fingers. The purple sky divine thunder, which vaguely emitted terrifying energy fluctuations, danced on his fingertips. There's nothing that can't be said. The reason is simple, because I have S-level powers. S-level powers. No wonder the school only gave Xu Jingming S-level permissions, it turns out to be an S-level power. In addition, he just remembered that the opponent was only an awakened person during the martial arts college entrance examination. The power of the thunder was indeed a bit too strong. If it were an S-level power, then it would make sense. However, he was a little confused and asked. Why didn't you tell me yesterday when we first met? You didn't even ask. Xu Jingming spread his hands and said innocently, he has no intention of hiding his abilities, but because of the articles on the internet, many people still mistakenly thought that he only had E-level powers. Even if the power mutates, it will not be thought of in the direction of S-level power. Okay, the freshman meeting starts at 9 o'clock. It's almost time. Let's go. Xu Jingming did not continue to tease Lu Wentao, got up and left the villa with him. There are 4 playgrounds in the Magic City University of Supernatural Abilities. The place where the freshman meeting was held was the number 1 playground. When Xu Jingming and Lu Wentao entered the playground, there were already many people on the playground. However, because they have not yet been divided into colleges and classes, everyone does not know each other. Most of them are chatting in pairs. Without disturbing each other, in the crowd, Xu Jingming also spotted Song Qiuyun, whom he had met once outside the dormitory yesterday. At this time she was staying with her roommate. Song Qiuyun's appearance is already top-notch, and coupled with her proud figure, it is not an exaggeration to say that she is a goddess. On the playground, many male students were attracted to her. There were also some female students whose eyes wandered over some sensitive parts, and after secretly comparing them, they showed extremely envious expressions. What a keen sense. Xu Jingming was shocked, but he didn't feel embarrassed. He nodded slightly to Song Qiuyun and then looked away. Xu Jingming. Song Qiuyun on the opposite side couldn't help but blinked when she saw this. Ordinary boys would bow their heads shyly after being caught peeping. Otherwise, he would quickly turn his head and look away, pretending to look at the scenery in the distance. Only Xu Jingming didn't react at all. He even looked at it for a while and nodded to himself. What a peculiar boy. Song Qiuyun thought to herself. Next to her, her roommate Qi Dongxia also noticed Xu Jingming's arrival and her eyes lit up. It's Xu Jingming. He looks even more handsome than in the photo. Xu Jingming's appearance is not bad, and he is 1.89 meters tall. Among so many people, he still stands out from the crowd. Coupled with the original thunder aura given to him by the S-level superpower Xiao Divine Thunder, it makes him look even more mysterious. This is definitely a man that countless girls long for, except Qi Dongxia. The other girls present also had beautiful eyes shining brightly after seeing Xu Jingming. Xu Jingming is here. Is he the one who broke the school record yesterday? Sure enough, he is also a new student. Xu Jingming seems to be the number 1 scholar in Jiangnan province. He is very powerful. The news that yesterday broke the record of the Magic City University of Extraordinary Power for more than 10 years went viral on the forum. As a result, most of the freshmen present knew Xu Jingming. So, after Xu Jingming appeared, a pair of eyes looked over like this. There are various emotions in these eyes. There is the admiration and enthusiasm of young girls. And there is also the solemnity of male classmates facing strong men. Of course, there is also a lot of contempt and disdain, but no matter what kind of emotion he was carrying, Xu Jingming was the absolute center of attention at this time. However, at this moment, an inappropriate voice suddenly sounded from the crowd. Xu Jingming. I, Lei Zhou, will challenge you. Chapter 53, Battle. Shocked Lu Ming. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Accompanied by a sudden sound, a group of 4 people walked out of the crowd. The young man leading the group was about 1.8 meters tall, wearing a white t-shirt and white trousers. He has a thin body, but exudes a faint sense of danger. The 3 people around him were either muscular or smiling wildly. The auras on their bodies are all at least above the first level middle level, and they are all very fierce characters at first glance. The leading young man in white clothes and white trousers is Lei Zhou, the number 1 high school student in Ning'an City, Jiangnan Province. who ranked second in the martial arts college entrance examination in Jiangnan province. Xu Jingming. Lei Zhou had resentment on his face. His parents are both fourth-level superpowers, and he was born with a golden key in his mouth. At the age of 16, she awakened the A-level elemental fire power, Senran Yihuqian. From then on, he soared into the sky and became a hot talent in Ning'an City, the capital of Jiangnan province. He crushed all the geniuses in the city along the way, and in just 2 years, he advanced from an awakened person to a first-level high-level superpower, becoming the most popular candidate to win the Jiangnan Province Martial Arts College entrance examination this year, and he did live up to expectations, scoring more than 9,300 points in the Martial Arts College entrance examination. You know, the highest score in Jiangnan Province in previous years was only 8,890 points. With more than 9,300 points, it can be said that he is directly destined to be the provincial champion. However, just when he thought he was confirmed as the provincial champion, the Municipal Education Bureau and his family prepared a celebration banquet. Xu Jingming came out of nowhere and won the top prize in Jiangnan province with a total score of more than 11,000 points. What's more important is that Xu Jingming comes from Jiangcheng, a barren northern part of Jiangnan province. You know, as the capital of Jiangnan province, Ning'an City receives the most educational resources from the province every year. However, this time the provincial champion appeared in Jiangcheng, which had the least resources. As a result, there were rumors in Ning'an City that the Ning'an City Education Bureau was a loser, not even comparable to Jiangcheng, a remote prefecture-level city. For this reason, the Ning'an Municipal Education Bureau has been under tremendous pressure. He, the original proud man of Ning'an City, suddenly fell into the mortal world. But when he was studying Xu Jingming's martial arts college entrance examination video, he discovered that the strength of the two of them was actually not much different. Xu Jingming gained more than 2,000 points because he killed all the ferocious beasts in the core area. In Ning'an City, the candidates are very strong, and the ferocious beasts in the core area are all robbed, and there will be no leftovers for others. Therefore, he has always been worried about this matter. If it were the college entrance examination he took in Jiangcheng, he might have scored more than 10,000 points and become the provincial champion. Therefore, after discovering that Xu Jingming was also at the Magic University of Magic, Lei Zhou wanted to send out a challenge invitation, prove to the people of Ning'an City and the entire Jiangnan province that it's not that he can't do it, but it's because of the test center. In fact, he had already sent several challenge invitations on the school forum yesterday, but there has been no response. That's why he would directly ask for a fight face-to-face at this freshman meeting. Lei Zhou, I know him, he is the second place in our martial arts college entrance examination in Jiangnan province. Does the second place challenge the first place? It's interesting. There are rumors on the internet, and it seems that the top pick in Jiangnan province this time seems to have taken advantage of the examination center. The difference in strength between the two is actually not big, and Lei Zhou may even be stronger. So that's it. No wonder Lei Zhou can't wait to challenge. He wants to prove himself. Among the onlookers, there were also students from Jiangnan province who recognized Lei Zhou's identity. Act as a science popularizer and explain to the people around you. Xu Jingming also learned the whole story from the few words of the students watching, but even so, he had no intention of agreeing to the invitation to fight. He shook his head and refused. Sorry, I'm not interested. If he had some desire to fight before he advanced to become a superpower, but now he has advanced to the first level of low-level superpower, and has even cultivated the S-level Thunder Immortal Body, and mastered the 4 major A-level combat skills, it can be said that if he and Lei Zhou fight, it can almost be said that an adult is beating a child. Even if you win, you won't get the slightest sense of accomplishment. No interest. I don't think you are afraid of our brother Lei, right? Everyone on the school forum now says that you are the genius of our school that we have only seen in more than 10 years. I don't think that's the case. Forget it, brother Lei, there is no need to be serious with such a person. Before Lei Zhou could speak, several people next to him spoke angrily. Lei Zhou pretended to be angry and stopped shouting, then said with a smile. Xu Jingming, I remember that your sister-in-law's family seems to be in the business of exotic flowers and exotic herbs, right? It just so happens that our family is your sister-in-law's largest purchaser at present, and we still owe your family a large sum of money. If the payment is not made on time, your sister-in-law's family may have some difficulties. The so-called exotic flowers and rare herbs are the treasures of heaven and earth that condense the essence of heaven and earth. It can only be collected in the wilderness area, and each exotic flower and grass has a special effect either to enhance chi and blood, or to enhance mental strength. It is of great use to people with superpowers, and many people with superpowers are willing to pay a high price to buy it. Therefore, there are many businesses doing this kind of business across the country. After the results of the martial arts college entrance examination were released, Lei Zhou discovered that Xu Jingming had a good relationship with his sister-in-law Xu Qingwan, so I asked my family to place a large order with Xu Wanqing's company, and they only gave a deposit and were not prepared to pay the balance. If the other party wants to file a lawsuit and it drags on for a year or two, even if the lawsuit is won, the company will have gone bankrupt long ago. Originally I just wanted to trick Xu Jingming, but I didn't expect it to be used here, and Lei Zhou also knew that people like Xu Jingming, who valued family ties very much, would not be able to react to this. You threaten me? Xu Jingming narrowed his eyes, just a look, but Lei Zhou on the opposite side was frightened. He felt as if he was being targeted by a top ferocious beast, and the hairs all over his body stood on end, but even so, he still pretended to be calm and said, "It's not a threat, just a reminder. Time and location." Xu Jingming took a long breath, his black and white eyes filled with an unprecedented coldness. Not far away, Song Qiuyun, who had a strong sense of perception, sensed the violence hidden under the coldness. What a violent aura! How did he do it? 7 days later at 12 noon, the actual combat arena number 3. Seeing that Xu Jingming took the bait, Lei Zhou replied directly. "Okay, I'll go. But I hope you won't regret it then." Xu Jingming said coldly and turned to leave. Before he came to Magic University, he knew that his uncle's company had placed a big order. For this reason, my uncle's family was very busy and worked all night for 2 days and 2 nights to complete this order. He also said that the money earned from this transaction was enough to cover the company's expenses for a year. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be a trap set by others in advance. Since this happened because of myself, it should be ended. By myself. Xu Jingming agreed. Number 3 Actual Combat Arena. There will be a big battle in 7 days. Go ahead and get a good position when the time comes. After all, the provincial champion will appear. Of course, the melon eaters who were watching didn't think it was a big deal, and they all became excited when they saw that the two people had agreed to a fight. We agreed to go to the actual combat arena together to watch the excitement, and this is exactly what Lei Zhou wants. The reason why he set the date 7 days later was to make this incident widely spread and attract more viewers. Then, defeat Xu Jingming in front of everyone. Only in this way can you get the highest sense of accomplishment. First of all, welcome all freshmen to choose our Magic City University of Superpowers. This freshman meeting is not a formal opening ceremony. I have called you here to answer some questions and how to make better use of school resources. The first is the authority level of each of you. On the rostrum in front of the playground, a male teacher was talking. The main content involved is similar to what Zhang Chaoyang said, namely the credit system, exclusive tutor system, etc. But a little more detail. The combat power list mentioned in it piqued Xu Jingming's interest. The combat power list is somewhat similar to the boxing power list of Thunder Martial Arts School, but it tests the actual combat power of the students. You need to use a device called a virtual stealth cabin to fight in a holographically simulated battle scene. The more levels you pass, the higher your ranking will be, and the final reward is also very generous. When the freshman meeting is over, you can take a closer look at this so-called combat power list. Xu Jingming said silently in his heart. After all, the concept of holographic stealth is new to him. Next, the freshman assembly was held for more than an hour, except for the first half hour or so where the male teacher on the podium was speaking. The rest of the time was spent asking questions by the students. After the freshman assembly, Xu Jingming came to teacher Yang Jintian's villa. In the living room of the villa, senior brother Lu Ming is already waiting there. Let's go to the training room. I'll teach you boxing in the morning, and the teacher will teach you marksmanship in the afternoon. Seeing Xu Jingming come in, senior brother Lu Ming took him directly to the training room. In fact, according to the original plan, he should teach both boxing and marksmanship. Perhaps Jingming's marksmanship has reached an advanced level, which is the same as his marksmanship proficiency. Therefore, only teacher Yang Jintian can teach. In this way, Xu Jingming started training with his senior brother Lu Ming. Senior brother Lu Ming is a senior this year, and his level has reached the peak of the third level. His boxing, marksmanship, and sword skills have all reached advanced levels, and he possesses A-level thunder and lightning abilities. He is a genius in the true sense. Under his guidance, Xu Jingming began to get involved in boxing, get up at 6:30 in the morning and train in the training room for an hour, arrive at teacher Yang Jingtian's villa at 8:30 in the morning. He learned boxing skills from his senior brother Lu Ming, and in the afternoon he learned marksmanship and some applications of lightning powers from his teacher. Certainly, the senior brother and teacher are not here every day. When they are not around, Xu Jingming trains by himself in the training room of the villa. Soon, 7 days passed. On July 1st, at 8:30 in the morning, Xu Jingming came to teacher Yang Jintian's villa as usual. Let's go to the training room. Senior brother Lu Ming was about to go to the training room with Xu Jingming when he suddenly realized something was wrong. He paused in his steps and turned around in surprise. Have you been promoted? Xu Jingming didn't hide anything and nodded with a smile. He advanced using the system last night. It cost him 300 power points to advance from an awakener to a first-level low-level power user. This time, it cost 386 ability points to advance from the lower level of the first level to the middle level of the first level. The consumption of power points that was not an integer also confirmed one of his conjectures, that is to use the system to advance, which consumes power points based on your original training progress. If he is only one step away from the first level median, then the power points consumed to advance through the system may be even lower. Maybe you can advance with less than 100 power points. This is one of the reasons why he is busy training every day. How long has it been and you've been promoted? Lu Ming was shocked after receiving the confirmation. He knew that when Xu Jingming came here, he was just an awakened person. Less than half a month has passed now, and we have directly broken through to the first level median. You know, it took him nearly a year to go from awakened to first level intermediate. At this point, he is already called a rare genius. I remember you had an appointment with another freshman at noon today. Lu Ming's expression changed and he asked. Today at 12 o'clock at noon, the actual combat arena is number 3. Xu Jingming nodded. He mentioned this matter to his senior brother Lu Ming once before. Well, I have 3 minutes of silence for your opponent. Lu Ming twitched the corner of his mouth. Others don't know Xu Jingming's strength. How can he, the senior who trains with him every day, not know? After practicing Immortal Thunder, Xu Jingming's physical strength alone was comparable to that of a second-level ferocious beast. Coupled with his extremely superb advanced marksmanship, it is even more powerful. Moreover, this was without Xu Jingming using his powers or combat skills. According to Lu Ming's estimation, Xu Jingming's comprehensive strength can almost be regarded as a second-level high-level superpower. Now that he has entered the first-level middle position, his strength has been enhanced again. He didn't think any freshman could beat such a pervert. Come on, senior brother will come with you after training. Lu Ming patted Xu Jingming's shoulder. In fact, he also wanted to see how terrifying this junior brother's strength was at his peak. Chapter 54. The battle begins. Instant kill. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 11:42 a.m., Practical Training Building, Magic City University of Supernatural Powers. On the first floor of the training building, there are 10 arenas from 1 to 10 in total. This place is specially used for students to do actual combat training, or to resolve some personal grievances. At this time, many students were already sitting densely in the auditorium around the arena. Most of these people are freshmen, about 400 to 500, there are only more than 600 freshmen reporting to the school at present. In other words, most of the freshmen gathered here because of this incident. Jiangnan Province is a major province in education. The battle between the first and second place is very interesting. After the semester starts in September, there will be a competition for freshmen, so we can take this opportunity to see the strength of the provincial champions. But speaking of which, I checked the information during this period and found out that Xu Jingming really took advantage of the test center. If they were placed in the same test center, I'm afraid Lei Zhou would be the top scorer in Jiangnan province. So, Lei Zhou is more likely to win. Not necessarily. After all, Xu Jingming just recently broke our school's boxing strength record. What does a boxing strength record count? When we battle with superpowers, we don't all rely on brute force. I think Lei Zhou is stronger. That there was a lot of discussion among the students, and everyone had their own guesses about the outcome of this battle. Among them, many freshmen who checked the information consciously discovered the shady story. It is believed that Lei Zhou is stronger and Xu Jingming was able to win the top prize in Jiangnan province simply because the test center was remote. Qiu Yun, which one of them do you think has a greater chance of winning? In the corner of the auditorium, Song Qiuyun and roommate Qi Dongxia also came here. Xu Jingming. Song Qiuyun's red lips moved slightly without any hesitation. That determined tone made Qi Dongxia slightly stunned, although she and Song Qiuyun only met after becoming roommates, but she knew that Song Qiuyun usually came to a conclusion after thinking deeply about something. This was the first time she had seen the other party be so determined. But I think Lei Zhou is stronger and has a greater chance of winning. Although Qi Dongxia is very loyal to Xu Jingming's appearance, but in terms of strength, she still prefers Lei Zhou. In addition, she also agrees with the rumors among freshmen. Xu Jingming was able to win the top prize in Jiangnan province because he really took advantage of the examination center. However, Song Qiuyun didn't care about this. Xu Jingming may indeed have taken advantage of the examination center, but he also did not enjoy the rich educational resources of the provincial capital city. He comes from the barren Jiangqing, but he finally won the provincial champion, which has proved his extraordinary. What if the identities of Lei Zhou and Xu Jingming were swapped? Xu Jingming, who grew up in Ning'an City, can still compete for the provincial champion, but Lei Zhou, who grew up in Jiangqing, might not even be able to break into the top 100 in Jiangnan province, let alone compete for the top prize in the province. Song Qiuyun's beautiful eyes exuded the light of wisdom. Qi Dongxia beside her was stunned for a moment when she heard this. Yes. People only know how to pay attention to the differences in test points, but they do not pay attention to the huge disparity in identity resources between the two sides. If the martial arts college entrance examination in Ning'an City, which is rich in educational resources, is of normal difficulty, then Jiangqing, which is poor in resources, is of hell difficulty level. Xu Jingming was able to stand out in the hellish difficulty of Jiangqing and win the provincial champion. He has proven his great strength and potential. Just when Qi Dongxia figured this out, there was a commotion in the audience, and everyone looked towards the entrance. It's Xu Jingming here. That she also quickly turned her gaze and looked towards the entrance. Really, a tall and slender figure walked in against the light. I have to say that Xu Jingming's aura is indeed strong. With a height of 1.89 meters and wearing a black battle suit, he looks tall and strong, but does not look bloated at all. On the resolute face, a pair of black and white eyes are clear and energetic. Carrying a dark, thick spear behind him, the sharp spearhead with a blood groove glowed. With a cold light under the midday sun, he just walked in, and the powerful aura emanating from his body silenced the entire venue. TSK, my junior brother is so good at showing off his performance, I don't know how many more seniors he will be able to charm. Lu Ming, who had just sat in the back row of the auditorium, couldn't help but sigh secretly when he saw this scene. Certainly, there are already signs of this in the audience today. Many young girls stared closely at Xu Jingming as he walked in. Some even took out their mobile phones to take photos and record. Xu Jingming's level has improved. In the front row of the audience, Lei Zhou, his opponent, was keenly aware of the change in Xu Jingming's aura. But fortunately, I have other preparations. Lei Zhou thought to himself. He was not a brainless idiot to be admitted to the second place in Jiangnan province. He felt that he would definitely win this time, especially when the other party broke the record some time ago. He was confident to challenge Xu Jingming, so he naturally prepared a trump card. Xu Jingming, it's too boring to just decide the winner. How about we add some bonus? Looking at Xu Jingming walking over, Lei Zhou stood up and said. What kind of lottery? Xu Jingming raised his eyebrows. All your credits. There was an undisguised malice on Lei Zhou's handsome face. Of course, I will also give out credits and daxia coins of corresponding value. Whoever wins will take it all. Can. Xu Jingming would not refuse the opportunity to get free money. Okay, in order to prevent cheating, we will all transfer the credits to Teacher Zhou's account. Fights between superpowers are extremely dangerous, and it is very common for someone to be seriously injured and on the verge of death if they are not careful. In order to prevent students from dying on the spot, teachers with auxiliary healing powers will be stationed in the arena area every day. Today, sitting in the arena area is a female teacher named Zhou Yun. She is a 6th level mid-level superpower with a B-level auxiliary superpower, the light of healing. At the same time, teacher Zhou Yun is also the referee of this game. Therefore, Xu Jingming transferred all 370 credits he had to teacher Zhou Yun. As for Lei Zhou, in addition to transferring 50 credits, he also transferred 3.2 million daxia coins. TSK, a gambling battle worth 3.7 million, what a bold move. Both sides seem to be on bad terms. If they lose, it will be a heavy blow to both sides. It doesn't matter if you have a lucky draw, the fight will be more exciting. That the freshmen in the audience were a little surprised by this bet. On the one hand, we are all freshmen who have just entered school, and 3.7 million is already a large number. On the other hand, in these 2 months we will face the critical moment of the freshman competition. No matter who loses this money, it is equivalent to losing a large amount of practice resources. In terms of strength and progress, we must lag behind others. Both sides enter the ring. After confirming that there was no problem with the credit transfer between the two parties, Teacher Zhou Yun said. Xu Jingming and Lei Zhou also stepped into the ring respectively. This arena is a square arena of 30 meters x 30 meters. Xu Jingming and Lei Zhou stand opposite each other 10 meters apart, one carries a gun and the other holds a knife. Before we start, I would like to emphasize again that if one party admits defeat or loses consciousness, the other party will not be allowed to continue the pursuit. Otherwise, the game will be interrupted immediately, and the other side will also face the most severe punishment from the school. Do you understand? Zhou Yun emphasized with a solemn expression. Of these two people, one is the first in Jiangnan province and the other is the second in Jiangnan province. Injury is no problem, but if one party dies, it will be troublesome. Therefore, in actual combat, it is absolutely not allowed to continue the pursuit after admitting defeat. Xu Jingming and Lei Zhou nodded at the same time. Just understand, get ready to start. Zhou Yun nodded and immediately started counting down. 3, 2, 1. Start. The moment the countdown ended, Lei Zhou, who was holding a big sword, let out a low roar. Senran Yehua. Boom. Flames, forest white flames spread with Lei Zhou as the center. Senran Yehua, an elemental fire type A level ability. Coupled with Lei Zhou's high-level strength, the Senran Yehua displayed has terrifyingly high temperatures. The temperature in the surrounding air also increased sharply due to the appearance of Senran Yehua. In the auditorium, those sitting closer to the front felt as if they were being burned by flames. Frightened, he quickly ran to the back seat. Xu Jingming, I want to take back all the honor you made me lose today. Fiery slash. On the ring, the terrifying high-temperature white flames swept toward Xu Jingming, and Lei Zhou himself stepped forward. He directly crossed a distance of more than 9 meters and came to Xu Jingming. Then, he raised his right hand, and the white sword wrapped in flames slashed hard at Xu Jingming with a dull sound of breaking through the air. What a skillful combination of combat skills. Get close directly, and then launch a slashing attack. His combat skills should be a combination of charging and flaming slash. He is indeed very skilled in using them. It is indeed an A-level superpower. The high temperature of this flame is too terrifying. Dashing is a very common C-level combat skill that can directly sprint a certain distance, but like Lei Zhou, after rushing in and then releasing another combat skill, many people present could not do it. This requires extremely terrifying proficiency, and this seemingly simple combo, 90% of the people present were unable to catch it. It deserves to be ranked second in Jiangnan province. This foundation is very solid. Just as the freshmen were marveling at the connection between Lei Zhou's combat skills, Xu Jingming in the ring also moved, crackling. Accompanied by the harsh sound of electric arc beating, the blue-purple Zixiao Divine Thunder took the lead in lingering around Xu Jingming. Like an eggshell, it isolates the forest from the fire. Next moment, the dark and cold spear also moved. But no one saw clearly how Xu Jingming took action, and all they could see was a blur in front of their eyes. Immediately, the sound of "dang" was heard, echoing in the venue. By the time everyone reacted, the black spear had already blocked the sword attack. Blocked. You can defeat combat skills with just one shot. How can you still play like this? What the hell? What kind of power is this? So powerful. Facing this scene, the freshmen were stunned. To know, combat skills combine the power of supernatural powers and blood. Ordinary people, when faced with combat skills, would either avoid them directly or use the same combat skills to parry. But Xu Jingming was different. He didn't use any combat skills, just relying on that spear. He easily parried Lei Zhou's flaming slash. How can this be? Lei Zhou on the stage also couldn't believe it. However, what responded to him was Xu Jingming's indifferent and low voice. Nothing is impossible, it's just that you are too weak. Then, there was just a bang. Lei Zhou's body suddenly bent into a C shape, and his waist was suddenly hit by a huge force. The forest fire that filled the sky lost control under the severe pain and suddenly disappeared, and he himself flew out like a cannonball. After hitting the alloy cable at the edge of the ring, it suddenly stopped and fell to the ground as weakly as a doll, with blood all over its face. At his original position, Xu Jingming, who was surrounded by blue-purple divine thunder from the purple sky, slowly retracted his spear. Just now, it was just a blow from his spear, but because the gun was fired too fast, Lei Zhou couldn't react at all and could only be knocked away. As Lei Zhou fell to the ground, there was silence in the audience. From the beginning to the end of the battle, Xu Jingming seemed to have only fired twice, right? Then, this battle ended like this? What about the promised battle? Is it said that Lei Zhou is stronger than Xu Jingming? Why was it that Lei Zhou was instantly killed instead? RNM. Get your money back. What? No money confiscated? Well, excuse me. Chapter 55 Perfect Connection of Combat Skills. Beat. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Originally, everyone thought that Lei Zhou was slightly stronger than Xu Jingming. Even if they are not much stronger, they are at least equally matched. But what is the situation now? Only a few seconds into the battle, Lei Zhou's combat skills were first broken, and then he was directly knocked away. This can already be called a crushing victory. And it was still a one-sided crushing. Lei Zhou had almost no power to fight back. And is Lei Zhou weak? He is not weak. With A-level karmic fire abilities and skilled combat skills, most of the freshmen present couldn't handle this set of combos. Moreover, they were 100% sure that Lei Zhou also mastered other more powerful combat skills. Can it be useful? It didn't work. As the enemy, Xu Jingming just exploded with lightning power, and then 2 shots completed the instant kill. He didn't even use any combat skills. Suddenly, all the freshmen in the audience suddenly thought of a word in their hearts: unfathomable. In the audience, the provincial champions from other provinces looked at the tall figure on the stage. All of them had solemn expressions and fearful expressions, because they discovered that even if they were to go up there, the final result would probably be the same as Lei Zhou. This is too boring. I didn't even force my junior brother to show 10% of his strength. Lu Ming, who was in the back row of the audience, felt disappointed. To dare to challenge Xu Jingming with such strength is simply asking for death. On the ring, teacher Zhou Yun, who acted as the referee, also looked at this scene with some surprise. He didn't expect that Xu Jingming was so much stronger than Lei Zhou. The winner of this game is... Just when she was about to declare Xu Jingming's victory, Lei Zhou, who was lying on the edge of the ring, said in a weak voice, "Old teacher, I have not given up. The game is not over yet." Immediately afterwards, he took out a blood-red pill from his arms. Violent blood pill. You don't want to die. Zhou Yun's expression changed and she quickly stopped. This is just a game, not for you to fight hard. that there are exotic flowers and plants in the wilderness area, and it is natural to refine various elixirs based on these natural materials and earthly treasures. After taking it, the strength can be improved several times. Of course, the side effects were also severe. I couldn't get out of bed for a month or two afterwards. No. It doesn't matter. I will bear the consequences myself. The violent blood pill is the trump card that Lei Zhou has prepared for Xu Jingming. Unless absolutely necessary, it will not be used easily. However, Xu Jingming's strength far exceeded expectations, and there was nothing he could do without it. Give it a try. If I lose, I admit defeat. That with a low growl, Lei Zhou swallowed the violent blood pill in one gulp. Although the victory obtained in this way is somewhat unviable, but at least that's a win. It's better than losing. So, the next moment, under the effect of the elixir, an extremely powerful aura burst out from his body. The Senran Yehua bloomed again in an attitude that was several times more powerful than before. The 5 or 6 meters around him were covered in a sea of white flames. Hey, can you still take pills during a competition? Isn't this an obvious foul? Looking at Lei Zhou's outburst again, his roommate Lu Wentao in the audience couldn't sit still and quickly stood up to protest. This move also attracted many freshmen to speak out. Yeah, you can't take pills during the competition, right? Is it still a fair game if we borrow external forces? Lei Zhou fouled, so he should be awarded a loss directly. Although the freshmen looked forward to seeing a more exciting battle, they were also very resistant to the act of taking pills. Of course, most of the people who spoke up for Xu Jingming were girls. This is not a formal competition. Since there are no relevant rules set before the competition begins, taking pills is also within the allowed range. Zhou Yun in the ring shook her head. If Xu Jingming has pills on his body, he can also take them. In actual combat, there are not many rules, but who would have thought that Lei Zhou would actually prepare a blood-blasting pill that a person with superpowers would take when desperate? It seems that the violent blood pill is of a high grade, and it has directly temporarily raised Lei Zhou's strength to a second-level low-level superpower. Now Xu Jingming is in trouble. After carefully sensing the aura on Lei Zhou's body, Zhou Yun couldn't help but shook her head secretly. As a first-level high-level superpower user, Lei Zhou's actual combat power is already at the second level. At this time, with the help of the violent blood pill, he forcibly entered the second level, and his overall strength was probably directly improved to the upper level of the second level. With such strength, even Xu Jingming, who was so fierce just now, might not be able to resist. However, what she didn't expect was, Xu Jingming on the ring was not in any panic. Instead, he was holding a spear and full of fighting spirit. The fighting spirit has actually become stronger. This mentality is quite good. Zhou Yun nodded secretly, but what she didn't expect was that Xu Jingming was not only in a good mood, he was actually happy. Finally, it's no longer the rhythm of adults to beat children. Xu Jingming raised the corners of his mouth slightly, as if sensing the master's emotions. The purple sky divine thunder lingering around him also became active. The sound of sizzling arcs and thunders sounded one after another. Then, with a flash of lightning, his figure disappeared directly from the spot. When he reappeared, he was already less than 1 meter in front of Lei Zhou. Thunder Flash. An A-level combat skill that allows you to dash forward a certain distance in any direction, and with Xu Jingming's current first-level midfield strength, he can advance as far as 20 meters. It can be said that it is easy to rush in front of Lei Zhou, who is more than 10 meters away. What a speed! This time, Lei Zhou finally saw Xu Jingming's movements clearly. However, just seeing it clearly was of no use, as he had no way to change his moves. I could only watch Xu Jingming's spear hit me. I don't believe it. Even after taking the blood pill, I can't even compare to you in strength. Lei Zhou gritted his teeth and simply increased his intensity. However, he soon regretted it. The spear and the broadsword collided, accompanied by the sound of metal collision that was several times stronger than before. A huge impact force came from the long knife, causing his tiger's mouth to be directly shattered and blood flowing. He himself was so shocked that he took 3 or 4 steps back. What kind of monster are you? After standing still, Lei Zhou looked at Xu Jingming not far away in fear. this is his strength after taking the violent blood pill, which increased 3 to 4 times. In terms of strength competition, he still couldn't compare to Xu Jingming. What made him even more desperate was that his strengthened Senran Yehua still couldn't break through Xu Jingming's thunderous defense. From then on, whether it was physical strength or supernatural powers, Lei Zhou was completely defeated. No, we can't fight head-on. Lei Zhou's eyes flashed and he decisively chose to stay away from Xu Jingming and hid more than 10 meters away. Then came his long-range supernatural strike. Fire combo. The intense fire around Lei Zhou condensed into basketball-sized fireballs, which continued to hit Xu Jingming. As an offensive fire-type B-level combat skill, every fireball produced by the flame bomb will explode on the enemy. It can range from severe burns to severe burns, or it can be directly burned to ashes. However, for Xu Jingming, who was protected by the Zixiao Divine Thunder, the fireball explosion could not cause any harm to him. Oops, the shock wave of the flames made it impossible for Xu Jingming to get close to Lei Zhou. As expected of taking the violent blood pill, the power of this fire power is a bit exaggerated. But it's okay. Xu Jingming just needs to withstand this wave of offensive and wait for the effects of Lei Zhou's medicine to wear off. The freshmen in the audience were all paying attention to this scene. The bad news is that Xu Jingming, a warrior with short legs, was kited by the mage. The good news is that mages do no damage and can't last very long. When the potion wears off, it's time for Xu Jingming to counterattack. Lei Zhou in the ring obviously knew this and was anxiously controlling Senran Yehua. He wanted to generate more fireballs and break through Xu Jingming's thunder defense. However, the other party was like a solid rock in the torrent, unmoving. Damn it, what level is Xu Jingming's lightning power? It's so perverted. Lei Zhou couldn't help but curse secretly. Be reasonable. Under the effect of the violent blood pill, his level has been temporarily promoted from the first level to the second level. The power of A-level Senran Yehua has been greatly enhanced. It is impossible to deal with a first-level mid-range superpower user who can't even break through the superpower defense barrier. But fortunately, there are still more than 10 minutes before the effects of the medicine wear off. I still have a chance. Lei Zhou is not a character who is willing to give up easily. He quickly stabilizes his mentality and is ready to think of another way. At this moment, Xu Jingming's deep voice suddenly sounded. Thunder Spear. Not far ahead, Xu Jingming was seen holding his left hand in the air, suppressed by a series of flames. Along with the harsh thunder, a blue-purple thunder spear immediately condensed. Then, he swung it violently this way. No. He also has long-range attacks. Lei Zhou quickly ducked to the side. The thunder spear grazed his side and tore his suit to pieces. It caused a blackened wound and blood was flowing out. The purple sky thunder left by the thunder spear also spread at the wound. As an S-level power, even just a trace of it can cause great damage. As a result, the pain at the wound was like the bite of thousands of ants, which almost made Lei Zhou faint. However, this was not over yet. The deep voice sounded again. Thunder Prison. Stab. Xu Jingming on the opposite side pointed his spear, and accompanied by a thunderous sound like the chirping of 1,000 birds, endless blue-purple thunder spread down from Lei Zhou's head, forming a thunder prison, shrouding Lei Zhou. Restricted combat skills. Lei Zhou looked ugly. Restricted combat skills are often difficult to break through. Even if you force a breakthrough, you will pay a huge price. Looking at the terrifying aura and thunder around him, Lei Zhou felt that if he chose to force a breakthrough, he would be the one who would suffer. So, I simply followed Xu Jingming's example and took back all the karmic fire from Senran. Form a substantial white flame barrier around yourself. I want to see how long your thunder prison can last. Lei Zhou snorted coldly, not thinking that Xu Jingming could break his flame barrier. However, at this moment, Xu Jingming on the opposite side moved. A lightning flash directly crossed a distance of more than 10 meters and came to Lei Zhou. The flame barrier seems to have good defense, but I just don't know if it can withstand my attack. Serial Thunder Gun. The dark spear turned into a phantom and stabbed out one after another. Thunder flashes. And the flame barrier that Lei Zhou had high hopes for was pierced in just an instant. How can it be? Along with Lei Zhou's horrified cry, the sharp spear head wrapped with terrifying thunder quickly enlarged in his pupils, will die. If you get hit, you will definitely die. At this moment, Lei Zhou's desire to survive was amplified to the limit. Admit defeat. I give up. Laugh, wrapped with blue-purple thunder, the sharp spear tip was as red as a soldering iron. In Lei Zhou's horrified gaze, it stopped 1 centimeter away from his eyebrows. Just when he thought he had escaped, the spear suddenly turned and stabbed straight into his right shoulder. Poof! A big hole was stabbed in the shoulder, and the shoulder blade was directly broken. The intense pain almost made Lei Zhou faint, but Xu Jingming, who was opposite him, retracted his spear, his expression still calm on his resolute face. The whole battle process seems to be very long, but from the time Xu Jingming used the thunder spear to counterattack and finally completed the suppression, it actually only took 4 or 5 seconds. By the time everyone came to their senses, Lei Zhou had already admitted defeat. The winner of this game is Xu Jingming. Zhou Yun noticed Xu Jingming's actions, but didn't say much, and promptly announced the winner of the game. At this time, in the audience, the freshmen who came back to their senses also started excited discussions about Xu Jingming's nearly perfect connection of combat skills just now. Chapter 56 Club Invitation. Dormitory Fellowship. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Crush. Still crush. In just 4 or 5 seconds, 4 combat skills were used one after another. Isn't this too exaggerated? Not only that, the connection between combat skills is also very smooth, that the violent blood pill forcibly raised Lei Zhou's level to the lower second level. Originally, everyone thought that Lei Zhou could make a comeback. However, Xu Jingming still crushed him overwhelmingly. The most terrifying thing is that Xu Jingming has an excellent grasp of the timing of releasing combat skills. If it doesn't move, it will be gone. If it moves, it will be thunderous. A series of combat skills were released, leaving Lei Zhou with no ability to fight back, end the battle immediately. And the most important thing is that he actually stopped his fighting skills in the end. This is the most terrifying thing. After the combat skill is released, it is extremely difficult to stop. Even if you stop forcefully, you will suffer backlash from your energy and blood. However, Xu Jingming stopped his fighting skills as if nothing was wrong, and his breath was not disturbed in any way. Some students couldn't help but marvel. By the way, these combat skills of Xu Jingming look very powerful. Are they all B-level combat skills? It's possible. The power was too strong. Lei Zhou's flame barrier didn't even last for a second before it was broken. The 4 B-level combat skills are amazing. The highest level of combat skills I have mastered is only C-level. Really, Xu Jingming's 4 lightning-based combat skills gave them a sense of power that was completely different from low-level combat skills. Behind the auditorium, Naruto Lu was numb when he heard the comments of these freshmen. Others don't know these combat skill levels. As a fellow disciple, how can he not? Thunder Spear, Serial Thunder Gun, Thunder Prison and Thunder Flash are all A-level combat skills. For A-level combat skills, junior brother, you really dare to choose. Lu Ming couldn't help but marvel in a low voice. As Xu Jingming's senior brother, Lu Ming also received a list of combat skills after becoming Yang Zhentian's disciple, but in the end, he only chose 1 A-level combat skill, Thunder Flash. The rest all chose B-level and C-level combat skills. It's not that he doesn't want to choose more advanced combat skills. But the higher the combat skill level, the more difficult it is to learn and the longer the learning cycle is. However, Xu Jingming not only chose A-level combat skills, but also chose 4 in one go. What's even more outrageous is that he has learned it all. How can you put this senior brother like me, who has spent more than 4 months just learning Thunder Flash, to such an embarrassment? Lu Ming shook his head and sighed. With such an outstanding junior brother, he, as a senior brother, is simply under a lot of pressure. Xu Jingming, I am convinced that I lost this time. The credits and daxia coins will all belong to you. In addition, your sister-in-law will also pay on time. In the ring, Lei Zhou finally recovered from the severe pain. After taking a deep look at Xu Jingming, he turned and left the ring with his hands on his shoulders and the pain, lost. This time he completely lost. And it can basically be considered a complete defeat. I can't beat him in my normal form, and I can't beat him even after taking the blood-blasting pill. Everything that had just happened had caused him a serious sense of frustration. In addition, the right scapula is broken, and a person with healing powers needs to be treated at a high cost, and after more than 10 minutes, the effects of the violent blood pill will wear off, and his whole body will immediately lose strength. For more than 2 months, I could only stay in bed and recuperate. One step is slow, each step is slow. For the freshmen who have just entered the Magic University, this period is the golden time to improve their strength. After being unable to practice for 2 months, he was almost half disabled. Even if he can barely catch up later, he still won't be able to become the first echelon of freshmen. Wanting to catch up with Xu Jingming is nothing more than a dream. Can you regret it? Before taking the violent blood pill, he was already prepared to bear any consequences. I just didn't expect that Xu Jingming's strength would be so abnormal. Classmate Xu Jingming, congratulations on your victory. Referee teacher Zhou Yun smiled slightly, then all the credits and daxia coins were transferred to Xu Jingming's account, including Lei Zhou's 50 credits and 3.2 million daxia coins. At this point, Xu Jingming's student account has 422 credits. There was also 7.31 million daxia coins lying in the bank account. Betting and fighting makes money really fast. Xu Jingming shook his head. After the battle, the grudge between him and Lei Zhou came to an end, and looking at the other party's appearance, he was really scared of being beaten, and he probably wouldn't be looking for trouble again in the future. Carrying the spear behind his back, Xu Jingming jumped down from the ring. Bang! Xu Jingming himself weighs 120 kilograms, plus the 210 kilograms of obsidian gun behind him. The total weight is 330 kilograms. Just jumping down from the 1-meter-high ring was like dropping a big piece of iron. The ground shook slightly, which made roommate Lu Wentao, who was walking from the auditorium, couldn't help but twitch his eyelids. Brother Ming, how much does your spear weigh? It feels heavy. 210 kilograms. Xu Jingming replied calmly. 210 kilograms. Lu Wentao's eyes widened. He himself was only 65 kilograms, this long spear is equivalent to 3 of them. Good guy, no wonder Lei Zhou doesn't dare to confront you head-on. Who can withstand a drop of more than 200 kilograms? According to his estimation, not to mention Lei Zhou, even the provincial champions from other provinces would not dare to take the shot forcibly. Classmate Xu Jingming, are you interested in the club? Suddenly, a girl appeared out of nowhere and came to Xu Jingming and asked with a smile. This girl has a pretty face and a tall figure. The legs under the black skirt are round and slender, and the white is a little shining. In addition, unlike ordinary girls, her makeup is very mature and she does not look like a college student. Instead, she looks like an elite strong woman in society. Who are you? Xu Jingming wondered. He didn't know her. Vice President of Linghu Club, Suman. Suman smiled brightly and handed over a business card. It contains her name, position, and association. The battle you just fought was very exciting. Our Spirit Fox Club needs fresh blood like you to join us. Suman stated his purpose straightforwardly. Our Linghu Club is a relatively high-ranking club among all the clubs in the school. The president is a third-level high-level superpower who normally organizes training experience exchange meetings. From time to time, members will be taken to the wilderness area to hunt ferocious beasts to enhance their actual combat capabilities. In addition, resources will be distributed regularly every month. In short, there are many benefits to joining our association. Are you willing? Suman talked about the many benefits of the club in one breath, and then looked at Xu Jingming expectantly, and this scene was also seen by some nearby students. Linghu Club. I remember they seem to be an elite club. Yes, that's them. I've seen their recruitment announcement on the school forum before, but don't they only want second-level superpowers? Why did you find Xu Jingming? Well, that seems to be true. TSK, Linghu Club, I'm so envious. As an institution of higher learning, Magic City University of Supernatural Abilities naturally has the existence of societies, but it is different from the Electronics Club and Go Club in ordinary cultural schools. The clubs at Magic City University of Supernatural Powers do not require you to master any special skills. As long as you are a person with special abilities, you can join. Certainly, there are also societies that have set new recruitment thresholds. For example, it is at least the first order middle, and at least the first order upper. Some societies with recruitment thresholds above the second level are called elite societies. This kind of society, because the members are all strong people, whether it's exchanging training experiences or hunting ferocious beasts together, you can get a great experience. As an elite club, the Linghu Club is a club that many freshmen dream of joining. But because his grade was not up to standard, he was not even qualified for an interview. But now, the vice president of the Linghu Club directly extended an invitation to Xu Jingming. How could this not make them feel envious? Linghu Club. Xu Jingming raised his eyebrows slightly. He had no objection to joining the club, it's just that he still needs to understand what kind of society the Linghu Club is. Suman, your Linghu Club has broken the rules. At this time, senior brother Lu Ming came over from a short distance away with a frown on his face. President Lu, I didn't expect you to be here too, sorry to bother you. Suman's pretty face changed slightly, and after apologizing anxiously, she swayed and walked away quickly. Nothing. Lu Ming waved his hand. The recruitment of new students into the club usually starts after the freshman competition. This is a rule that has long been established by major societies, but there are always some people who want to make small moves. That's it. Xu Jingming suddenly realized, the club most likely set this rule because it wanted to determine the strength of the students in the freshman competition before recruiting new students. Of course, I can understand them. After all, junior brother, you are too good. Lu Ming patted Xu Jingming's shoulder. Okay, now that the viewing is over, I'm going back to the dormitory. Goodbye, senior brother. Xu Jingming nodded. Lu Ming waved his hand, then turned and left. Lu Ming, a third-level peak superpower user, masters the A-level Thunder and Lightning superpower Yushu True Thunder. At the same time, he is also the vice president of the elite society Ashes Society. This senior brother Lu Ming is more elegant in real life than in the school photos. Looking at Lu Ming, who was gradually walking away, Lu Wentao, who had the nickname of Know-It-All, couldn't help but sigh. There are almost more than 4,000 students in the Magic City University of Superpowers. However, most of them are first and second level people, and there are no more than 200 people who have reached third level strength. As for the higher level 4, although there are some, they almost never stay in school. After sighing with emotion, Lu Wentao then looked at Xu Jingming. By the way, brother Ming, have you been to the center of Magic City? Never been. Xu Jingming shook his head. In the past few days, he spent all his time on training. He didn't even go out to school, and naturally he never went to the city center. That's right. I haven't been there either. How about we go shopping in the city center at night? Okay. Xu Jingming thought for a moment and nodded. After training for so long, it's time to relax. In addition, he is also interested in the Magic City, one of the most prosperous cities in Daxia. Okay, but it wouldn't be interesting just for the two of us to go. I can post a dormitory friendship post on the school forum to see if anyone wants to join us. It would be great if there are girls. Lu Wentao suggested excitedly, and while following Xu Jingming away, he picked up his phone and started operating it. Soon, there was a title titled "Do you want to go to the Magic City Center together at night?" Post. It soon appeared on the student forum of Magic City University of Supernatural Power. In the content of the post, he and Xu Jingming's identities were also written down, and they were going to visit the center of the Magic City at night. Xiao Yun, look, Xu Jingming and the others are going to the center of the Magic City tonight and are looking for companions. In the audience, Qi Dongxia, who had already stood up to leave, suddenly came across Lu Wentao's post on her mobile phone. She couldn't help but look happy. Xiao Yun, let's go together and let's have a dormitory party. Xu Jingming. He looked at the tall figure in the distance who had already reached the exit. Song Qiuyun, who has never been very interested in this kind of association, thought for a moment and nodded, okay. On the other side, after leaving the training building, Xu Jingming received a call from his sister-in-law Xu Qinwan. Xiao Ming, is everything okay over there in Magic City? Oh, that's alright. Huh, that's good, that's good. I forgot to tell you last time I called you that your cousin Tang Chi has been admitted to the school in your magical city. It could be heard that my sister-in-law was in a good mood, with a smile in her tone. Oh. Which school is it? Linjiang University of Supernatural Powers seems not too far from your University of Superpowers in Magic City. Linjiang University of Supernatural Powers. It's really not that far from my place. Xu Jingming said with a smile, the national ranking is also pretty good, around 100. When will Sister Chi report to school? The official registration is on September 1st. She wants to report in early, but she hasn't decided on a day yet. Okay, let me know when Sister Chi has made up her mind. I will pick her up at the station then. After chatting for a while, Xu Jingming hung up the phone. Teacher Yang Jintian has not been at school recently, so he didn't go to the teacher's villa. Carrying a long gun, he walked into the training room on the second floor and started training on his own. On the other side, Lu Wentao was both happy and troubled on the sofa on the first floor. Happily, many people left messages under his post wanting to go together. The trouble was that there were too many people and he didn't know who to choose. Hey, this Qi Dongxia seems to be Song Qiuyan's roommate, right? Suddenly, Lu Wentao saw a familiar name in the message, and his eyes lit up. In this case, let's call Qi Dongxia and the others first. However, 4 people seems to be a bit small and not too lively. It would be better to add 2 more people. In this case, whoever the little rooster clicks will be the one. In this way, Lu Wentao randomly chose another dormitory to leave a message. Chapter 57 Advance Again. Run out of PowerPoints. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Crackling. In the training room on the second floor of the villa, the light of thunder flickered. Xu Jingming was only wearing shorts, sitting cross-legged on the ground, his eyes slightly closed. Along with the thunder, countless small thunder and arcs traveled on the surface of his skin, chest, abdomen, thighs, calves. Wherever thunder traveled, the skin was slightly red, and there was a strange sense of toughness. This is the S-level bodybuilding combat skill, the method of training to achieve immortality through thunder. Using a special technique, the lightning power is applied to the body to increase the strength of the body. Certainly, only the physical body that has shaped the foundation of the immortal body can be trained in this way, otherwise, this behavior is tantamount to self-mutilation. Brother Ming, it's almost time, let's get ready to go. Lu Wentao's shouts rang out from downstairs. Xu Jingming opened his eyes suddenly, and lightning seemed to flash in his eyes. Coming. In response, Xu Jingming restrained his thunder from the purple sky. He stood up and went to the bathroom to take a quick shower, put on a t-shirt and pants, and then walked downstairs. At 6:41 p.m., at the gate of the Magic City University of Supernatural Powers. The Magic City University of Supernatural Power is located in the center of the university town, sandwiched between several other universities, and the magnificent gate of the Magic City University of Superpowers. As a result, every student from other schools passing by here will subconsciously take a look here. But what is different now is that some of them are female students. While looking at the school gate, you will be involuntarily attracted to a young man next to you. This young man is tall and slender, with sharp eyebrows and starry eyes, masculine and tough. Just standing there exudes a unique and special temperament. However, intimidated by the young man's strong aura, many girls just glanced at him from a distance but did not dare to come forward and ask for his contact information. This person is none other than Xu Jingming. Next to him, roommate Lu Wentao was also there. Before long, 2 of the 4 people who had agreed with Lu Wentao appeared at the school gate. These are a pair of twin sisters who look very similar. Both of them have delicate oval seed faces. One has a double ponytail and the other has a single ponytail. The 2 of them are about the same height, about 1.62 meters, and their dressing styles are also cute. They are actually twin sisters. Lu Wentao was slightly startled. I didn't expect that I would be so lucky to choose such a pair of beautiful girls in my random selection. The 2 women saw Xu Jingming and Lu Wentao from a distance, waving their hands and walking towards them quickly. Hello, I am my sister Li Wanting. Sister Li Wanting, who wears a single ponytail, was the first to greet her generously. The younger sister with twin ponytails on the side also smiled similarly. I am younger sister Li Wanyue. The girl with twin ponytails is very cute. When she smiles like this, she also reveals a cute little tiger tooth. Lu Wentao. Xu Jingming. Lu Wentao and Xu Jingming also introduced themselves with smiles, but opposite Li Wanting and Li Wanyue, they subconsciously focused on Xu Jingming. After all, they both came here for Xu Jingming. In the audience at noon, the two women could still see Xu Jingming on the ring, but it was too far away to observe closely. Now that I look closer, I find that Xu Jingming's temperament is even better than when he was in the ring. The two sisters looked at each other and noticed the surprise on each other's faces. Certainly. The girls who were able to get into the Magic City University of Supernatural Abilities are not just nymphomaniacs like Star Chasers. This time they chose to participate in the party. In addition to satisfying their fangirl mentality, the most important thing was to make friends with Xu Jingming. Xu Jingming's strength is not at the same level as other freshmen. Future achievements can be said to be limitless. Given such an opportunity to make acquaintances, of course they would not miss it. In fact, most of the girls who left comments under the post had this idea. Of course, if they could really develop further with Xu Jingming, they would be willing to do so. Li Wanting and Li Wanyue were both cheerful and generous. After arriving, they quickly started chatting with Xu Jingming. During the chat, Xu Jingming also learned both sisters have the same auxiliary healing B-level ability, healing holy water. It can treat various injuries, and the two women's powers can even be superimposed to achieve the effect of A-level powers. So, if you want to form a wilderness area adventure team in the future, you can give priority to our two sisters. Sister Li Wanting smiled sweetly. As auxiliary superpowers, although they also have combat effectiveness, their combat effectiveness is actually not very high. In the future, even if you want to go into the wilderness area to hunt ferocious beasts, you will have to rely on your teammates, and people with powerful abilities like Xu Jingming are undoubtedly the most reliable teammates. They came here not to impress Xu Jingming. As long as the other party can think of them first when they need auxiliary superpowers in the future, it is considered a success. Good. Xu Jingming smiled and nodded. The wilderness area where ferocious beasts roam is dangerous, but it also contains huge wealth. For example, the flesh and blood of ferocious beasts, or exotic flowers and plants that only grow in wilderness areas. Many students at the Magic City University of Superpowers will choose to form a team of superpowers, enter the wilderness area to hunt ferocious beasts in your free time and earn money and credits. The lineup of the psychic team is also very important. Just like playing online games, warriors, mages, priests, such roles are essential, although Xu Jingming has no idea of forming a team of superpowers yet. But it's also a good thing to make friends with auxiliary powers. Many friends mean many paths. Just as he was thinking this, Lu Wentao on the side looked forward and said with bright eyes, "Brother Ming, the last two remaining people have arrived." When Xu Jingming heard this, he subconsciously looked forward and saw two people walking out of the school gate. These are two girls of about the same height. The one on the left is slim and pretty, wearing a floral dress. Her legs under the dress are long and straight, looking very healthy. The girl on the left is already very beautiful, but the girl on the right is even better. I saw this girl with eyes as clear as a baby, a beautiful nose and a pretty mouth. Her black hair was tied up high with a bunch of red silk, exposing her white neck, and her clothes are also very simple, just an ordinary women's t-shirt and light blue jeans, but her figure is curvy and her breasts are proud and plump. A pair of long legs, wrapped in tight jeans, have round and full curves. This is a strange contrast. Although the appearance is delicate and pretty, it is also slightly green, but her figure is like a ripe peach, swaying gracefully. This can't help but remind Xu Jingming of an adjective, a young womanly girl. And this girl was none other than Song Qiuyun, whom she had met before. "Good evening everyone, Qi Dongxia, who is here at my invitation." Qi Dongxia walked up with a smile. "I'm her roommate, Song Qiuyun." Song Qiuyun, who was following him, also said immediately, "First time we meet, I am Xu Jingming." Xu Jingming also introduced himself with a smile. Song Qiuyun blinked her big, clear eyes. Seeing the cunning look on Song Qiuyun's pretty face, Xu Jingming also recalled the exchange of glances at the freshman assembly. Indeed, it's not really the first time we've met. "Okay, everyone is here, let's set off. Brother Ming, you take Song Qiuyun and the others, and I'll take sisters Li Wanting." Seeing that all 6 people had arrived, Lu Wentao didn't waste any more time, divide into 2 groups and take 2 different taxis to the center of Magic City. There are 5 districts in the main urban area of the Magic City, namely Huangpu District, Suhui District, Changning District, Yangpu District, and Jingyan District. The administrative district where Shanghai University City is located is Jingyan District. If divided according to urban areas and suburbs, in fact, the 5 main administrative areas of the Magic City are considered the city center and are very prosperous, but the city center that Xu Jingming and the others are going to is the most prosperous place in the Magic City, Huaihai Commercial Street. This is one of the best business centers in the country. Not only all kinds of luxury goods are sold here, but all kinds of equipment and elixirs needed by superpowers are also sold here. The Magic City University of Superpowers is not too far from Huaihai Commercial Street. Xu Jingming and his party took a taxi and arrived at the entrance of the commercial street in just half an hour. This is Huaihai Commercial Street. That what appeared in front of Xu Jingming was a bustling commercial street. It is now 7:30 in the afternoon, and the sky is already getting slightly dark, but the bustling commercial street in front of him was filled with various holographic projections, and countless people were moving through it. The crowd is buzzing. Xu Jingming also found many familiar shop names among the shops in the commercial street. Pengyuan Equipment, Lingxi Pharmaceutical. As for Sisterly Wanting, it seems that this is not the first time she has come here, and her reaction is a bit dull. I've been to the commercial street before, and there's another snack street next to it. Why don't we go get something to eat first? Can. Okay. We are all 18 or 19-year-old young people, so we naturally don't want to have a proper meal, so, when Li Wanting, who had a single ponytail, proposed to go to the snack street, everyone agreed. After spending more than an hour filling their stomachs at the nearby snack street, Xu Jingming and his party turned back and started shopping in the commercial street. I have to say that the things in the center of Magic City are much more complete than those in Jiangqing. Pengyuan Equipment Group, which also sells Black Glory guns, offers very few battle uniforms and weapon models in Jiangqing. But here in the Magic City, everything is available. Even the Black Brilliance gun has various subdivision models, which made Xu Jingming's heart flutter. It's a pity that the equipment he currently has was just replaced before, and it is still sufficient. I resisted the urge and didn't buy it. Song Qiuyan, who was with him, didn't have so many worries when he saw the beautiful uniform. It's just like ordinary clothes. You can buy it with just a wave of your hand. In just over half an hour, he bought 3 sets of combat skills, costing several million. This made Xu Jingming secretly sigh. This Song Qiuyan looked simply dressed, but she didn't expect that she was actually a rich young woman. The friendship between young people always grows quickly, and I spent more than 4 hours shopping in Huaihai Commercial Street. We quickly became familiar with each other, chatting and laughing all the way. It wasn't until after 11 p.m. that I took a taxi back to school. Entering the student dormitory area, Xu Jingming and his party first said goodbye to sisters Li Wanting. Then Qi Dongxia and Song Qiuyan were sent back to the dormitory door. We're at the dormitory, bye. At the door of the dormitory, Song Qiuyan said goodbye to Xu Jingming with a smile on her face. She is not a girl who likes to hang out with members of the opposite sex. Because of her A-level power, Dawn Light, her perception is extremely sharp. Therefore, she can always feel the burning desire deep in the heart of every boy when he looks at her. However, Xu Jingming is completely different. Although she could also feel the other person's gaze, she could only feel the other person's appreciation of beautiful things, and it is not mixed with these other emotions. This surprised her, but at the same time she couldn't help but feel a little fond of him. Bye-bye. Xu Jingming also smiled and waved. After seeing Song Qiuyan swaying and Qi Dongxia walking into the dormitory, Xu Jingming and Lu Wentao then returned to their dormitory. It's nice to go out for a walk once in a while. Lu Wentao sat down on the sofa. Xu Jingming on the side couldn't help but nodded in agreement. Really, these few hours of relaxation also made him feel happy. However, after tonight, we have to continue working hard. Xu Jingming said silently in his heart. As Xu Jingming said, ever since he and Song Qiuyan went shopping in the center of Magic City that day, he had once again lived a 3-point and 1-line life. Dormitory, teacher's villa, canteen. Every day I am either training or on the way to training. During this time, he was also training and practicing, of course. he takes some time out every few days to go out and be cool. In his words, only by combining work and rest can you last long. 15 days later, July 16, 9 p.m., in the training room on the second floor of the villa, Xu Jingming opened his system panel. Name, Xu Jingming, level, first order median, plus, superpower, purple sky divine thunder, S, physique, 460 chi and blood, plus. Spirit, 351 Hz, plus, skills, marksmanship, advanced plus, boxing, beginner plus, thunder spear, beginner plus, A-level serial thunder gun, beginner plus, thunder flash, beginner plus, thunder prison, beginner plus, lightning blast, premium plus, body training, thunder immortal body, first level plus, PowerPoints, 1048. It's almost time to advance again. Almost half a month has passed since the last time Xu Jingming advanced to the first level median. Now even if you upgrade your level again, although the promotion speed is still very fast, at least it will not be so conspicuous. Then, just add some more. Xu Jingming's heart moved, and his consciousness directly clicked on the plus sign behind the level. PowerPoints minus 456. First order middle first order upper position. Boom. In an instant, Xu Jingming's aura surged. The level has finally reached the first echelon of freshmen. Next moment, along with the harsh thunder, the purple sky divine thunder flashing with blue-purple light was summoned, lingering around Xu Jingming. The power of the Zixiao divine thunder has also been improved. Xu Jingming nodded with satisfaction, and then opened his system panel. Name, Xu Jingming, level, first level upper level, superpower, purple sky divine thunder, S. Physique, 520 chi and blood, plus, spirit, 421 Hz, plus, skills, marksmanship, advanced, boxing, beginner plus, thunder spear, beginner plus, A-level serial thunder gun, beginner plus, thunder flash, beginner plus, thunder prison, beginner plus, lightning blast, premium plus, body training, thunder immortal body, first level plus, PowerPoints. 592. After being promoted to the first level, his two basic attributes have increased by almost 60 points. In addition, Xu Jingming also noticed that the plus sign behind the level was gone. It seems that the remaining PowerPoints are not enough to support me to advance to the second level. Xu Jingming touched his chin. In this case, it's time to go to the wilderness area to hunt ferocious beasts and replenish a wave of PowerPoints. But before that, I need to spend all my PowerPoints and push my strength to the limit. Xu Jingming's eyes flashed, and then he chose to add points again. PowerPoints 354, the first level of the Immortal Thunder Body, the second level. Lightning Immortality is the only S-level combat skill that Xu Jingming currently masters. After the level cannot be improved, naturally it is the first skill that needs to be improved. As an S-level combat skill, the PowerPoints required to improve the Thunder Immortal Body are quite high. However, it's all worth it. Bone density increases again and muscles become tighter. Call. Xu Jingming slowly exhaled a breath. Thunder Immortal Body has broken through to the second level, so the third level is not far away. The Immortal Body of Thunder has a total of 13 levels. As an S-level bodybuilding combat skill, Thunder Eternal Body is naturally not just about enhancing physical fitness. Whenever you upgrade to the third level of immortality, you will gain a special ability. When the Immortal Body is promoted to the third level, a special state can be opened, the Thunder State. The Thunder State is somewhat similar to the Thunder-activated cells used by Xu Jingming in the martial arts college entrance examination, but it is its extreme enhanced version. After the Lei Ji state is activated, whether it is movement speed, gun shooting speed, punch strength, leg strength, etc., it can be enhanced in all aspects. Lei Ji state, I'm really looking forward to it. Xu Jingming looked at his system panel again. After improving the indestructible thunder, there are still 242 PowerPoints left. He spent another 178 PowerPoints to upgrade the serial thunder gun from elementary to intermediate. According to Xu Jingming's estimation, upgrading to the intermediate level should require 200 PowerPoints. But because he was also training at ordinary times, he only spent 178 power points to upgrade his strength to the intermediate level. On the system panel, there were only 62 ability points left. Since then, almost all the power points on Xu Jingming's system panel have been exhausted. Go and talk to the teacher tomorrow, and then prepare to go to the wilderness area. Xu Jingming said silently in his heart. Chapter 58 Practical Training. The second level is invincible. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Life at Magic University is leisurely and comfortable, except for the various rankings and the training room. It looks no different from the university in the previous life. However, Xu Jingming is still working hard to improve his strength. As for the reason, it is very simple, because from the beginning of time travel, he has always had a sense of crisis. He was afraid that one day, when the vicious beast stepped into the city, he would not have enough strength to resist. Although there are also people with special powers who are responsible for protecting the safety of citizens, maybe Jingming is not used to putting his life's safety in the hands of others. You have to decide your own destiny. Just like in his previous life, no one could look down on him who was born in an orphanage. He thought that after completing junior high school, which is compulsory education, he would drop out of school like other children in the orphanage, but facts speak louder than words. Not only did he finish high school, he also went to college, successfully entered graduate school, and eventually became a doctoral candidate. And all of this was achieved step by step by Xu Jingming. Even if he traveled to Blue Star, he would never change. My heart is one and unshakable. This is what motivates him to train hard every day. The next day, it's 7:30 in the morning. Xu Jingming, who had been training in the training room for more than an hour, put on his battle uniform, took on the black gun, and walked down to the second floor. Today is a practical training with senior brother Lu Ming, and you must be fully armed. Brother Ming, it's good morning. In the living room on the first floor, Lu Wentao, who had just walked out of the bedroom and was still a little sleepy, had become accustomed to this. In his opinion, Xu Jingming is completely an ascetic. In addition to training every day, there is still training. No, we can no longer call him an ascetic, it's almost like a programmed robot. Of course, Lu Wentao also admired this very much. 8 hours of training every day is already his limit. If he was really asked to train from morning to night like Xu Jingming, he would definitely not be able to stand it. There is no restriction at all, you can do whatever you want. If it were the university in the previous life, most people would probably sleep until they wake up naturally, and then start thinking about doing things, but it was different in the Magic City University of Superpowers. Although it was still early, there were already many freshmen walking on the road outside the dormitory. Some, like Xu Jingming, were fully armed. I don't know whether to go to a wilderness area or to conduct actual combat training. Walk all the way towards the exit of the dormitory area. While passing by Villa number 12, Xu Jingming saw the familiar slim figure of Song Chuyan walking out of the villa. Since the last time they visited the center of Magic City together, the two of them have exchanged contact information with each other. Occasionally, we also chat on mobile software. Sometimes we would meet by chance at the door of the dormitory early in the morning like this. After all, the villa where Xu Jingming lives is number 32. Going to the exit, he will definitely pass by the villa where Song Chuyan lives, number 12. Morning. Xu Jingming said a simple hello, looked at Song Chuyan's clothes, and asked curiously, "Are you going to do actual combat training today too?" Since the last freshman meeting, the freshmen have learned that there is an exclusive tutor system. They all became active one after another, and all kinds of people came to pay homage to them. Among them, most of them failed, however. There are also a small number of people who have successfully become apprentices and have their own exclusive mentors. Song Chuyan is one of them. As the top pick in Sichuan province, there is no doubt about her strength and potential, and her exclusive mentor is the Dean of the School of Elements, a 7th-level female teacher who possesses A-level powers in the natural light system. It is precisely because of this that Song Chuyan, like Xu Jingming, goes to the teacher's villa to receive training and guidance every day. But in the past, Song Chuyan wore loose training clothes, but today she was the same as Xu Jingming, wearing a battle suit and carrying a long sword weapon, and wrapped in this slim-fitting silver-white battle suit. Song Chuyan's plump and graceful body curves were fully exposed. Morning. Seeing Xu Jingming, Song Chuyan also smiled sweetly, nodded and said, a senior sister is here today, and I just want to try actual combat training, but I don't have much confidence myself. The teacher's villas are all in the same direction, so Song Qiuyun, who met Xu Jingming by chance, walked towards the exit with him while talking. One of the two is tall and has a strong and tough appearance, while the other has an exquisite figure and a delicate appearance, walking on the road together. Some passers-by around us looked at us frequently. By the way, Xu Jingming, if you are free one day, let's try to compete in actual combat. On the way, Song Qiuyun suddenly said. In fact, she had always been very curious as to why Xu Jingming could produce an aura similar to that of a ferocious beast, but she thought this might involve some privacy of the other party, so she didn't ask, but if you fight it yourself, you might be able to find some clues. Okay. Xu Jingming didn't care about this, but when he is free, it will probably be after he returns from the wilderness area. After walking to the teacher's villa area with Song Qiuyun, the two of them went to different villas separately. Brother, I'm here. Xu Jingming walked into the villa, only to find that in addition to his senior brother Lu Ming, his teacher Yang Jintian was also in the living room of the villa. I saw teacher Yang Jintian wearing a loose training robe and sitting leisurely on the sofa. Teacher. Xu Jingming shouted respectfully. As a 7th level high-level superpower user, Yang Jintian also has his own training plan every day. Under normal circumstances, teacher Yang would train by himself in the morning, and would teach him marksmanship and the use of supernatural powers in the afternoon. I didn't expect to show up here so early today. Yang Jintian nodded slightly and said with a smile, I heard yesterday that you two are going to have actual combat training today, so I came here. Specifically to take a look. There was undisguised satisfaction in the way Yang Jintian looked at Xu Jingming. During this period, he watched all Xu Jingming's performance. I arrive at the villa on time every day to receive training. I have never been late or left early. I will practice more after returning to the dormitory. Even if he and Lu Ming are away, he will not slack off at all. With S-level abilities and such hard training, why worry about not being able to achieve something? Yang Jintian felt a lot of emotions in his heart. Even he didn't work as hard as the other party when he was young. In addition, Xu Jingming's practice progress also satisfied him very much. To know, when Xu Jingming first came here, he was just an awakener, but now a month has passed, and he is already a first-level median superpower user. This speed of level improvement is not unsatisfactory. Just as he was thinking this, he suddenly noticed something was wrong. Xu Jingming's aura became stronger. After Yang Jintian sensed it carefully, he couldn't help but said in surprise, have you broken through to the first level? I was about to tell the teacher that I broke through to the first level last night. Xu Jingming nodded. In addition, my thunder immortal body has also broken through to the second level. These two pieces of news were dropped one after another like two bombs. Even Yang Jintian, who was always steady and nicknamed Yang King of Hell, was stunned for a moment. Level breakthroughs and physical training breakthroughs are all more difficult than ever, but when it came out of Xu Jingming's mouth, it felt as easy as drinking water. Let me just say, my junior brother is a complete monster. Senior brother Lu Ming next to teacher Yang said with a wry smile. It took him more than half a year to break through from the middle level of the first level to the high level of the first level. After becoming a disciple of Yang Jintian and shaping the foundation of the immortal body, it took him a full year to advance to the second level of the thunder immortal body. But now, Xu Jingming, who has only been a disciple for a month, has done it all. Good, very good. Yang Jintian also reacted at this time and patted Xu Jingming's shoulder happily. The disciple's strength has improved so quickly, and he, as a teacher, is of course happy. I just happen to be preparing for actual combat training today. Let me see, teacher, how strong you will be after you advance. Yang Jintian took Xu Jingming and Lu Ming to the backyard of the villa. Here is an open-air combat training ground. The venue is very spacious, almost over 500 square meters. The ground seemed to be made of alloy, and under the early morning sunlight, it glowed with a cold metallic luster. This open-air training venue is made of grade A alloy by me. In it, just feel free to fight. Jingming, don't have any worries, just unleash your full strength. As long as the teacher is here, you can't be hurt. Yang Jintian said with a smile. Understood. Xu Jingming nodded. This was his first time fighting against senior brother Lu Ming, so he naturally had to give his all. Of course, since it is actual combat training, Lu Ming will also suppress his own strength, otherwise, with his third-level peak strength, lightning powers would surge out. Xu Jingming couldn't even touch the opponent, so he would just finish the game. Junior brother, then I will suppress my strength to the second level and then fight you. Lu Ming on the opposite side spoke loudly. In fact, as a senior who is already a senior, logically speaking, with this kind of actual combat training, he should be able to suppress himself to the same level as Xu Jingming. However, Lu Ming knew very well that if he suppressed his strength to the first level, he would definitely lose. Moreover, it cannot achieve the effect of actual combat training, so it is directly said to be suppressed to the second level. Yang Jintian obviously knew this and did not stop him, so Xu Jingming and Lu Ming stood in the middle of the training ground, each holding a spear. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go. The moment Yang Jintian finished speaking, lightning flashed, and the two of them disappeared at the same time. Thunder flash. This lightning type A-level combat skill was used by the brothers invariably. The next moment, there was only a loud dang sound. In the center of the training ground, two long spears, one black and one green, collided together, showing an even match. What a powerful force. Although he was prepared, Lu Ming was still shocked by Xu Jingming's power. The opponent's strength was actually on par with his, or even slightly stronger. Compared to Lu Ming's shock, Xu Jingming was excited to fight. Since cultivating the immortal thunder, he has never found an opponent whose strength is evenly matched with his own. Even Lei Zhou, who had taken the violent blood pill, did not dare to confront him head-on, but now, he finally had an opponent who could make him go all out. Serial Thunder Gun. Xu Jingming decisively changed his moves, and with blue-purple thunder, the spear turned into a black phantom and stabbed out quickly. Lu Ming naturally knew the power of this A-level combat skill and did not dare to confront him head-on, so he quickly hid aside. However, the next moment, another voice sounded. Thunder Prison. The blue-purple thunder turned into a prison and enveloped Lu Ming. Good guy, you really don't give me any chance to breathe. However, I am not the new Lei Zhou. Yushu True Thunder. Crackling. Endless majestic white thunder surged out of Lu Ming's body and enveloped him. While rushing out of the thunder prison, he also avoided the thunder spear. Next, it's my turn. Lu Ming held a spear, wrapped in the A-level thunder and lightning superpower Yushu True Thunder. He charged with a wanton smile and fought with Xu Jingming. After more than 20 minutes, with continuous use of combat skills, Xu Jingming's purple sky divine thunder was finally completely consumed. Clang. After another spear impact, Xu Jingming stood still in the distance. He was almost reaching his limit and felt exhausted all over. He couldn't help but gasped and said, Senior brother, I lost. Stab. Lu Ming appeared in front of Xu Jingming with a thunder flash, and the Yushu True Thunder that filled the sky was also contained within his body. He shook his head and said, I just took advantage of the superpower. You didn't lose. Although he suppressed his strength to the lower level of the second level, he was still a third-level peak superpower user. The depth of his superpowers was far beyond what Xu Jingming, who was at the top of the first level, could compare to. Not bad, a wonderful battle. Yang Jintian walked up, applauding. To be honest, in this battle just now, Xu Jingming's performance exceeded his expectations. I thought Lu Ming would win, but he didn't expect it to be a tie. Lu Ming put away his spear, patted Xu Jingming on the shoulder, and asked with a smile. Do you know what level your strength has reached just now? Xu Jingming, who had calmed down a little, asked curiously. Second level invincibility. Lu Ming's eyes narrowed slightly. To know, to be accepted as a disciple by Yang Jintian, he is also a powerful and proud man. Even if the strength is suppressed to the second level, relying on rich combat experience and techniques, he is also confident that he can defeat any superpower below level 3. However, Xu Jingming fought evenly with him. This isn't level 2 invincibility. What is it? Second level invincibility. Xu Jingming nodded thoughtfully. Finally, I have a precise positioning of my overall strength. As for level 3 and above, that is another world. He was only at the first level, so it was normal for him not to reach that level. Okay, the actual combat training is over. Let's all go in and rest for a while. Yang Jintian greeted everyone back to the living room. As soon as they sat down, Uncle Fu came over with a plate of cut fruits. This is the magical fruit that I obtained some time ago. It can relieve fatigue and is suitable for eating after training. Exotic fruit, like exotic flowers and herbs, is a fruit that contains unique effects. When Xu Jingming heard this, he also picked up a piece. The shape of this Qingling strange fruit is somewhat similar to a cantaloupe. As soon as you bite into it, a fresh fruity aroma comes out. After Xu Jingming finished eating one piece, he really felt that the fatigue after the battle was reduced a lot. I always get some good stuff from teacher's place. It seems that I will have to run here every day from now on. Xu Jingming smiled and made a joke. Okay, as long as you come, teacher, I will prepare strange fruits for you every day. Yang Jintian laughed. For him, a 7th level high-level superpower user, these superpowers are really nothing. Next, Xu Jingming chatted with his teacher and senior brothers for a while, and finally got to the point. Teacher, I have to leave school for a while, and I'm afraid I won't be able to come to the villa for training anymore. What's wrong? Something happened at home? Yang Jintian asked. No, nothing happened at home. Xu Jingming shook his head quickly, and then said solemnly, Teacher, I am going to go to the wilderness area. Chapter 59 Magic University Equipment Department. Dark Cloud Blast Gun. You are listening at novelfull.audio. To the wilderness area. Yang Jintian frowned slightly. The so-called wilderness area is an area that is not within the protection scope of the human army. In those places, ferocious beasts often run rampant, and there is no strict hierarchy of ferocious beasts like in the martial arts college entrance examination room. It's possible that not long after you stepped into the wilderness area, you encountered a 5th level ferocious beast that happened to be passing by, and was devoured on the spot. It is very random and very dangerous. How long do you plan to go? Back before the freshman competition. So long. Yang Jintian's eyelids twitched. It's only mid-July now, and the freshman competition will have to wait until early September. In other words, Xu Jingming will stay in the wilderness area for a month and a half. The dangers involved are self-evident. Yang Jintian originally wanted to persuade him, but seeing the determination in Xu Jingming's eyes, he didn't say anything. Forget it, since you want to go, then go ahead. Yang Jintian sighed, but still warned, remember, if you see something wrong, run away immediately. With the lightning flash, as long as you don't encounter a 4th level ferocious beast, your life will basically not be in danger. The rise of every strong man must go through the experience of blood and fire. The crisis between life and death is the most efficient catalyst for becoming a strong man. Although he thinks Xu Jingming can still train in school for a while, but since Xu Jingming offered to go, he wouldn't stop him. Thank you, teacher. Xu Jingming breathed a sigh of relief. What he fears most is that the teacher will not agree, but fortunately, teacher Yang Jintian is very considerate. Certainly, even if the teacher disagrees, he will go. After all, ability points are the core of Deep Blue's system and the key to his rapid improvement in strength. By the way, which wilderness area are you going to? Yang Jintian asked again. The wilderness area over at Yuanshui City. Xu Jingming replied. Yuanshui City, that's okay. Yang Jintian nodded slightly. Yuanshui City is right next to the Magic City. It is a prefecture-level city with fairly good economic development. Before you go to the wilderness area, the teacher will teach you some experience. Both Yang Jintian and Lu Ming are psychics who have come from the wilderness area and have rich experience. Under the explanation of the two people, Xu Jingming, who had never been to a wilderness area, gained a lot of relevant experience. After more than an hour, Xu Jingming said goodbye to his teacher and senior brothers and left respectfully. Teacher, since my junior brother is going to the wilderness area, I may have to return to the guild in a few days. Seeing Xu Jingming's figure disappear from sight, Lu Ming also spoke. So urgent? Yang Jintian frowned. The war in the southwest is intense, and the beast tide has broken through several prefecture-level cities. The guild doesn't have enough manpower and has already urged me several times. Lu Ming said slowly. Southwest. Yang Jintian pondered. Nowadays, although humans and ferocious beasts generally maintain a balance, some small-scale wars break out every year in local areas. Ming had already chosen to join an adventurers guild as a preliminary member before he graduated. From time to time, I will participate in some battles of the guild, now that the guild is in urgent need of combat power. Ming, a reserve member of the third-level peak, is naturally within the scope of recruitment. Then go ahead, you are a guild and war group acting together this time. When encountering high-level ferocious beasts, do your best to hide if you can. High-level ferocious beasts will have their own high-level superpowers to deal with them. Yang Zhentian said in a deep voice, including Xu Jingming. He has a total of 32 disciples, but less than half of them died in the hands of ferocious beasts. He certainly didn't want anything to happen to Ming again. Teacher, don't worry, this is not the first time I have participated in a war of this scale. Moreover, I heard that this time the 8th level Grandmaster Wang Linyang personally led the team. Ming waved his hand, shouldered his gun, and walked out of the villa gracefully. The other side, after leaving the villa, Xu Jingming called his sister-in-law Xu Qingwan. Sister-in-law, are you busy? I'm not busy. I'm shopping outside with your sister Qi. What's wrong? Sister-in-law, I have to participate in a special training organized by the school recently. The phone will be turned off for a while, so you don't have to worry if you can't reach me on the phone. Really? Okay, sister-in-law knows. By the way, there is no signal base station established in the wilderness area, and calls cannot be made. Therefore, Xu Jingming called his sister-in-law in advance to inform her. Of course, you can't tell her the truth, lest she worry. In addition, cousin Tang Qi, who originally planned to report in early. I also called some time ago to say that I wanted to stay in Jiangqing for a while and wait until school starts in September before registering as normal. As for the money Lei Zhou owed to his sister-in-law's family, he had paid it back more than 10 days ago. It's still early now. Get the rest of the things ready and we can leave for Yuanshui City in the afternoon. After hanging up the phone, Xu Jingming looked at the time on his phone. It was not yet 10:30 in the morning. Based on the wilderness area survival strategy he had searched for before, as well as the experience taught by Teacher Yang and his senior brother just now. When going to a wilderness area, there are two essential things. One is supplies and the other is equipment. Supplies are easy to handle. Just buy a tactical backpack and prepare fresh water and energy bars. As for equipment, the E-level equipment Xu Jingming was wearing was barely usable in school, but if you want to go to a dangerous wilderness area, the better the equipment, the better. To purchase equipment, you can place an order on the school's official website, but it will not arrive until the next day. Xu Jingming wants to leave this afternoon, but it will definitely be too late to place an order on the official website. Therefore, he planned to go directly to the equipment department of the Magic University of Magic. I heard before that our school's equipment department has a lot of good stuff, so I just happened to go over and take a look this time. Xu Jingming walked out of the teacher's villa area and waited on the roadside. The Magic City Superpower University has a huge campus, covering an area of 40,000 acres. If you walk slowly, you may not be able to visit the entire campus in a whole day. Therefore, the school is equipped with a dedicated campus bus. The equipment department is located in the southwest of the school, a bit far from the teacher's villas. It's just right to take the campus bus there. Ding dong. The equipment department of the Magic University is here. More than 10 minutes later, with the arrival reminder, Xu Jingming stepped off the bus. What appeared in front of Xu Jingming was a building with a height of more than 20 stories. The building is very exquisitely decorated, and the exterior walls are all expensive floor-to-ceiling glass. On the side of the building, there are 5 big characters written in flying colors, Magic University Equipment Department. Downstairs, there are many courier boys wearing Magic University uniforms, delivering various packaged weapons and equipment to vehicles. These equipment will be delivered to all students today. Of course, these courier boys are not ordinary people. Their strength is at the lower or mid-level of the first level. Otherwise, we would not be able to afford the students' weapons and equipment, which weigh hundreds of kilograms. Good guy, even an equipment department is built so luxuriously. With a sound of exclamation, Xu Jingming walked into the equipment department building. Hello, classmate, do you need to buy any equipment? As soon as I walked in, I was greeted warmly by a female staff member. no matter where you go, the staff will always greet you with a smile. I want to see spear-like weapons. Xu Jingming said thoughtfully, weapons and uniforms both need to be purchased, but weapons are obviously more important. Then do you want a standard long gun, or something more personalized? Let's take a look at the personalized spear first. After thinking for a moment, Xu Jingming replied, the so-called standard long gun is a fixed-style mass-produced weapon, such as the black gun he currently carries. Personalized spears are forged by weapon masters according to their own ideas, and each one is unique. The advantage of the former is that the gun body design of each model is very fixed. Even if you upgrade the equipment, it will only upgrade the alloy level. There will be no major changes. The drawback is that the gun body is fixed and may not be suitable for everyone. The latter can be chosen based on the user's feel of using it, but in terms of price, it is much more expensive. Before this, Xu Jingming had always used the standard black gun. This time I went to a dangerous wilderness area, so I naturally wanted to pick a handy weapon. Okay, please follow me. Under the guidance of the staff, Xu Jingming came to the 13th floor of the building. Wow, the elevator doors slowly opened, revealing a lobby. In the hall, there are transparent display cabinets about 2 meters high. In the display cabinets, there are spears displayed separately. These spears have different styles, either heavy or light. Xu Jingming even saw one of the dark spears that was more than 3 meters long. Seeing this scene, Xu Jingming couldn't help but his eyes lit up. As a lover of long gun weapons, this place is simply paradise. Hello, I am Zhou Hai, the administrator of spear weapons on this floor. What kind of spear do you need? A middle-aged man in a suit and tie came up to him and asked enthusiastically. The staff member next to Xu Jingming also withdrew in time. I want a long gun that is heavy but has a fast shooting speed. Xu Jingming said, it is heavy, but needs to be released quickly. These are conditions that a standard long gun cannot satisfy at the same time. However, he believed that he should be able to find the weapon he wanted here. Sure enough, the administrator thought for a moment and then brought Xu Jingming to a display cabinet. I'm afraid the only one that can meet these two conditions of yours is this dark cloud blast gun. Chapter 60. Accept the mission. Set off. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xu Jingming looked inside the display cabinet through the transparent glass. A long gun was displayed on a delicate cushion. The gun barrel as a whole shows a mysterious dark golden color, with light golden patterns like white clouds painted on the surface. The white gold spear tip was inlaid with 2 ferocious blood grooves on the left and right sides. It can be imagined that once the spear is inserted into the body, these 4 blood tanks will have fatal lethality. The dark cloud gale gun has a total length of 2.19 meters. The gun body is made of D-grade alloy with excellent toughness, and the gun tip is made of relatively hard C-grade alloy. The total weight is as high as 260 kilograms, and the gun is enchanted with wind powers by a special power user. When dancing the spear, this wind power can speed up the firing speed to a certain extent. Manager Yuan Zhou Hai introduced the gun, but in his heart he didn't have much hope that Xu Jingming would buy the gun. After all, most users of long-range weapons pursue lightning-fast shooting speed. For first- and second-level superpower users, a weight of 70 kilograms or 100 kilograms is enough. 260 kilograms, almost only used by third-level superpowers. The whole body equipment of third-level superpowers is at least C-level or above. Such a D-level spear is like useless to them. Those with lower levels can't use it, while those with higher levels don't like it. It is precisely because of this embarrassing situation that this long gun has been displayed here for more than a year since it was built. I don't know what the weapons master thinks. Isn't it a pure loss-making business to build such a long gun? Zhou Hai sighed secretly. Power enchantment is a very high-end technology that can make the power of a power user permanent on a certain piece of equipment. For example, the space ring uses superpower enchantment to fix the superpower of the space superpower user on the ring. Such technology is very expensive every time it is used. It is precisely because of this that the cost of this long gun is extremely staggering, far exceeding that of an ordinary D-class long gun. Thinking of this, Zhou Hai couldn't help but glance at Xu Jingming next to him. He is just a first-level high-level superpower user. I'm afraid you'll be frightened when you hear the weight of this spear. Besides, I'm afraid you won't be able to spend so many credits. Never mind, let's show him other, lighter guns later. Zhou Hai shook his head secretly. Can I try this gun? Okay, I'll help you change a lighter one. Zhou Hai subconsciously wanted to introduce another gun, but he suddenly reacted and was slightly startled. It doesn't matter, I just need a focused gun. Xu Jingming's eyes were full of expectation. I hope this gun can bring me some surprises. On the 13th floor, there is a room specially provided for customers to test guns. At this time, through the transparent glass, you can see inside one of the rooms, there was a young man, with blue and purple thunder lingering around his body, and a spear dancing in his hand. And the black spear entwined with thunder turned into bursts of purple-black phantoms, roaring in the room like a dragon. What a superb marksmanship! I'm afraid this has reached an advanced level, right? I don't know which senior it is, but this thunder spear technique is really terrifying. The speed of shooting is so fast. He is probably a third-level senior. On the 13th floor, in addition to Xu Jingming, there were many other students who came to watch the guns. Everyone used guns, and when they saw Xu Jingming's marksmanship, they couldn't help but marvel in secret. Someone who was familiar with Zhou Hai even asked with a smile, "Which spear is this senior holding? It looks very powerful." Dark Cloud Wind Gun. Hearing Zhou Hai's answer, the person who asked the question was slightly startled. Would there be any third-level superpowers who would like that gun? It's not as good as the third level, but it's good enough for the first level. That person inside is only a first-level superpower. The person who asked earlier was a little confused. Just kidding. Can the first level wield such a heavy spear? Can the first level have advanced marksmanship? Yes, it's the first level. Classmate Su, how about this gun? Just now, he already knew Xu Jingming's name. Not bad. Xu Jingming nodded. It's just a little lighter, but it's not bad. Breaking through to the second level of the lightning immortal body, his energy and blood surged again. According to his estimation, even a 300-kilogram long gun is more than enough, but this 260-kilogram dark cloud blast gun is not bad because it is blessed with wind powers. Both the speed of shooting and the speed of retracting the gun are much stronger than the black gun in his hand now. In addition, it may be because the alloy grade is D grade, the transmission of my S-level power, Zxiao. Divine Thunder, is much smoother on this gun. That's good, that's good. Zhou Hai looked happy and rubbed his hands excitedly. Although the equipment belongs to the Magic City Superpower University, except for the basic research funds distributed every year, the equipment department needs to be responsible for its own profits and losses. Equipment development requires extremely large amounts of funds. Sometimes, an idea from those weapons masters would cost tens of millions of dollars. Although the value of a long gun like this does not reach tens of millions, it is still a considerable expense. It was a headache for him to just put it here and not be able to sell it, but now someone finally took a fancy to it. The Dark Cloud Gale gun is not too expensive. Our official selling price is 600. I'll give you a 20% discount, so that's 480 credits. As if he was afraid that Xu Jingming couldn't afford it, Zhou Hai directly offered a 20% discount. In fact, this price is already close to the cost price of this gun. After all, it is made of hundreds of kilograms of D-grade alloy. Can it be cheaper? Xu Jingming blinked. 10 minutes later, Xu Jingming left the equipment department with the Dark Cloud Wind gun. On his student account, he only had 412 credits, even though he was fully charged. While upstairs he tried several more guns. Either it's not heavy enough, or it's not fast enough. The price that satisfies both of these requirements is much higher than the Dark Cloud Wind gun. There was no other way, so in the end I had to give the Black Glory gun to the equipment department for recycling, and then I got 100 credits in exchange for it. However, after spending these 480 credits, he only had 32 credits left. With 32 credits, I definitely won't be able to buy a D-class uniform in school, but I still have more than 7 million in my bank card, and I will go out to buy it later. The purchasing power of 1 credit is much higher than that of 10,000 Daxia coins, and the equipment produced by the Magic City Superpower University is also of better quality. Unfortunately, Xu Jingming's credits were all used up, so he had to go outside the school to buy the remaining equipment. Having made a decision, he did not leave the school immediately, but returned to the second floor of the student villa. Eva, open the school's mission system. Okay, A holographic projection appeared in mid-air. Task 1, collect 30-second level arm sword tiger tendons. Award, 60 credits. Sea-level mission, Task 2, collect 30 Qingling grass plants that are more than 20 years old. Award, 43 credits. D-level mission, Mission 3, go to the southwest to participate in the battle. The level requirement is level 2 or above. Award, 600 credits. S-level mission, Mission 4, assist the Magic City Public Security Bureau to capture the third-level fugitive Qian Bang. Award, 200 credits. A-level mission. Task 5, this is the school's task system. Everyone can post tasks on it, or accept tasks and earn credits. There are various types of these tasks, including collecting materials for ferocious beasts and collecting exotic flowers and plants. There are even large-scale battle missions and missions to capture fugitives. Throughout the mission system, missions are constantly being taken and new missions are being added. This is the training model of the Magic City University of Supernatural Powers. Xu Jingming looked emotional. Different people can get completely different experiences at the Magic City University of Superpowers. Some people just go to class and train on time every day, and live a comfortable and leisurely life, but some people are constantly taking on tasks and earning a lot of credits while experiencing life and death experiences. The former is leisurely, but the speed of strength improvement is slow. The latter is dangerous, but the credits are converted into resources. And the strength increases very quickly. No wonder some people say that the best students at the Magic University are not on campus, but outside. Xu Jingming couldn't help but shook his head and began to select tasks on the task panel. This time he will stay in the wilderness area for more than a month, just to do some tasks and replenish his credits. In the end, Xu Jingming selected 3 B-level tasks and 1 A-level task from the mission system. Then he went to the equipment store outside the school and spent 2.1 million daxia coins to buy a set of D-class uniforms and boots. After everything was ready, we took the high-speed train. At 2 o'clock that afternoon to Yuanshui City, next to the Magic City.